By the way, the Wienermobile got
We're
stopped
live.
in a traffic accident.
Oh,
I seen that.
Good evening. Hello, everybody. We're live, so don't swear and don't make fun of people that you don't want to hear that.
The Wienermobile.
Anywho, what's going on, people? It's Friday. We made it, and I'm in a pissed off mood. But I'm happy that it's the weekend, so I can have the best of both worlds, I guess, right?
You feeling better than last, at least?
Yeah, I'm not sick or anything. I'm just
was it prepping? Did prepping do something?
no, he's all right. He's fucked in the head, but he's all right. Prepping, how you doing, kid? So we got the usual crew in here, except for Ohio's back.
For a few minutes.
For a few minutes, yeah, because he pretends like he has to go to work.
He just drives around his block.
He's probably driving down the Juniper, Florida to go get a fucking massage. But Shalise is here, obviously.
You're upset, man. You're upset just because this weekend.
You're not interrupting me, are you? Okay, good. Shalise is here. Stevie's here. Ohio's going to be leaving in 10 seconds because he just interrupted the king. And Johnny Rotten's with us tonight, folks.
Yay.
Eric, I sent Eric an invite. He's sick. He's not feeling well. He went to bed. So Mr. Ibomi won't be here with us tonight. Johnny, huh?
Did he get some bad liquor?
I don't know.
No, we had to cancel the show because he was not.
Oh,
Johnny the MI Woodsman. I sent him a link too. So Big P2E, good to see you. Big Dog Leather, what's going on? I hope things are well. What was that? What was that the lady get arrested for in Michigan today? And I thought of fucking.
He's been cranking out some videos.
it probably wasn't for taking her shirt off.
No, it was something sexual. It was funny as fuck. But yeah, he's been doing a bunch of videos. I saw that on my phone. That they're. So I know where you guys are all from, and obviously and all that. But for you people watching and you people listening and what have you. So I titled this foolish fucking thing where's the cold weather, because I don't have any. It is fucking January 31st, and it's 34 degrees. That's disgusting.
And we're getting our birds back like a month early.
Yeah,
I was watching the news today, and they were talking about we're only a few degrees above normal right now in this area.
Well, here's the weird part. I just watched an ice fishing video from Massachusetts. Problem is that I just did the thing. It's a 2-hour ride. I don't give a shit. I'll drive 3 hours. It's in my own state, so it's not like you know what I mean? But holy Hannah, seriously? I'm like, damn. Hello, guns girl. See that you talk about her, she shows up.
Right.
It's like she heard me. But so yeah, it was 40-something degrees here today. I'll do it this way. Average.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday are going to be really warm.
Not here.
It's supposed to be.
You know what's going to happen though, right? It's going to be like late. It's going to be like late March, and it's going to be like 13 below for like 3 weeks.
Right on. Be another one of them ice fishing in April years.
Right.
What are you showing for?
So here's the
Monday,
thing.
Tuesday, Wednesday?
Average. It says Drake at Mass weather averages overview. January, average high is 34. Average low is 15. February, average high is 37. Average low is 16. March, 45, lower 24. April, 59, lower 35. It just sucks. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody says.
God damn it!
Huh?
I said it's global warming. Al Gore was right. Damn it!
Well,
Oh, the guy who started the
I don't know
internet?
what to call. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? I don't know what to call it. Okay, I don't care what anybody says. When I was a kid, there's never been a winter I wasn't already on the ice. And at the end of fucking January, not one time in my fucking entire 52 years of fucking life was there never any ice on January 31st for me to go walk out in my lake that I grew up next door to.
Well, a
Yeah.
lot of comments.
Usually by the end of January, you're getting
So-
sick of ice fishing.
Huh?
Usually by the end of January, you're getting sick of ice fishing.
Exactly. So, what do you call it? Listen, I'm not one of these global warming people. However,
It's
if they
called
want to
the.
call it, if they want to call it something else, I'll agree with them.
It's
Well, no, it's
called
a
climate
normal.
change.
Right. It's happened for. We've had ice ages. They've gone away. We've had this. It's gone away. It's nothing more than the Earth is growing up, and it's having a temperature change right now.
Yep. The
That's what-
70s are documented as a mini ice age.
It just is what it is. There's always changes on the. I mean, dinosaurs came, they left. All this shit comes and it goes. We're right now witnessing a temperature change that, of course, some people are running around going, "Oh, it's a temperature change."
I know it is, but the problem is that what they didn't realize before the dinosaurs were here, and they didn't realize back in the 1700s and the very early 1800s before they started doing weather, right? Is that now that all the glaciers are fucking melting in Alaska, what does that do? It raises the fucking water level,
Yeah.
raises the river level.
Actually, it doesn't. They proved it doesn't.
Well, if you watch the documentary I watched, okay, they for 1 year they stuck a. Hang on, guys.
Well, while he's taking a breath, I'll go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, if you ever study any Egyptian shit, you'll know that there's lots of they find lots of ruins underwater, and these ruins were above water not more than 2,000 years ago. So we've had that much melting that has already taken place from way back in the day when they had all the big,
I understand that, but what I'm saying to you is that I watched this documentary, right, and so they're showing you how where the rivers are warming up, right, especially up in Alaska, it's fucking with the fish.
Right. The
They
salmon.
didn't have this 50 years ago, 80 years ago, 90 years ago. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have this issue.
Well, do you know how to fix it?
Well, what are you going to do? I have no idea.
Raise taxes.
Yeah, probably.
Hey, I got that one.
But
yeah, it's part of what happens. We're going through it. They talk about how sometimes we may even be having a slight axis change. The Earth may be actually having the slightest axis change, which is a big ordeal. You might not think it, but
You're to stand down on the right side anymore.
yeah, it's just it is what it is. That's the Earth is changing. Not good for ice fishing, but
no, it's not good for anything.
You can fly.
Hey, but look at the bright side. Sooner or later, we'll be crocodile hunting in Ohio.
Right. The pigs are already on their way.
As long as it doesn't stop getting cold in Maine, I'm fine.
Right.
Stay cold as long as I'm on the old planet, and I'll be fine.
Well, I wonder if that has anything to do with the tick population explosion.
So
Yes, it does, as a matter of fact.
Hey, I'm just looking forward to the day that I got beachfront property in Ohio.
Oh,
So I only get
we got people sending crash pics over here and talking about it in the chat with some pretty big freaking pictures and emojis and shit.
What does all that stuff mean? I don't get it.
Pussy in the mouth, dick in the mouth, finger in the hole.
hey, yo.
We
Hello.
got some trolls.
You didn't get the trick. All right.
Hey, Mike, quick question for you.
I don't want you to repeat all of it.
What did you send me last week?
Sorry, Mike.
You sent me a really weird link to
Okay.
like Zebra something or Zoom or whatever.
Yeah, it was a fucking. I wasn't on it, but I went into G Mangos' chat. He's not on StreamYard. He's on
Zoom.
yeah, so I tried to do all and I can't understand the fucking thing, so I just fucking
Yeah,
quit.
you can get like 200. You can put like 200 people on a panel on Zoom.
Okay, I was wondering what the hell it was. I
Yeah,
sent
try
you
to
things.
control that.
Right.
So this here says that average number of days. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. Where did it go? Average snowfall for my town is 55.32 inches. All right. I think we got 22 all year.
Yeah, maybe. But
All right, ladies
And
and
that was in
gentlemen.
one storm. That was in two storms. While I was hunting up north, it snowed like a bitch down here.
right. You also
has
have to go with that, you have to check your rain stats because I'm guessing that your rain has gone up, not down.
You know, it's just
Mikey,
Waddy.
I'm out of here, brother.
Have a good night.
All right. See you guys later.
Ciao.
Have a good one.
That was quick. Made me waste all that breath.
There you go, Shalisa.
J. Watt said there's evidence/rumor of a shipwreck in the Sonora Desert between California and Mexico.
What are you trying to show? Because I don't want to look.
I was showing you. I did an emoji one for you. I did a main emoji one for you.
Well, rumor has it they've been trying to sell that bridge in the desert for years. I've heard of a lot of people investing in it. Cool, J. Watt. I'll have to save that link for later.
The lost ship in the desert.
There's a lot of good documentaries out there about how the world has changed and finding stuff where there used to be oceans and all that stuff.
Well, the oceans covered a lot of the. It was so much stuff. I like the new where they use the new ground penetrating radar from the satellites.
Yeah.
They can actually see where the variances are, and they can send them there. They found. I was watching one on pyramids. Was it last week? I think it was last
The
week.
one on the pyramids is pretty cool.
They found like 250 pyramids. They haven't even started looking at yet.
Yeah.
You know, and the Valley of the Kings, they're like going, well, hold on, because you see the Great Pyramids, and then you see all the chambers underground for the kings, and they're like, not even close.
Not even.
There's like 250 more pyramids, and I was like, oh wow, I couldn't believe that. That's amazing. LiDAR.
I take it that's the name of the ground penetrating radar.
It might be. I don't remember what it's called, but I know they can see, like if there was a river or something, and it's now got like 80 feet of sand on it.
Right.
They can take this, look down, and see where the river was.
Cool.
LiDAR stands for light detection and ranging or something like that.
Gotcha. Seems like it'd be like Groundar.
But they've got so much. There's so many now. The ground penetrating radars. They got that ground penetrate. They have this one where they put shotgun shells,
Yep.
plant them in different spots, and then they fire them. And when they shoot them all at once, they got a whole picture of the ground underneath.
Yep.
Very cool. Some technology that's getting to be pretty interesting.
Right. I like the big trucks that back up with the jackhammer that thumps the ground
Yeah.
from it. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh yeah, they've got some amazing stuff.
They do that all over Canada.
Really?
Looking for oil and shit. They just blaze the trail through the wilderness, and then they run trucks along it doing the sound wave shit and map the whole underground, looking for reserves and all kinds of goodies. Can't remember what they call them. Something trails.
Right.
Sonic? No.
And then they've got tow behind. They were getting a bunch of the wrecks with these what they call the side. I think they're called side scans, where they actually have these like looks like a little missile behind a boat.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just tool around now. They just drive as fast as they can back and forth, and this thing maps everything out for them.
They just got done doing that with our Great Lakes, and then they come out with a document, Drain the Great Lakes. Oh my God, is that a good show?
Oh, Drain the Ocean.
Yeah. Well, they got one, Drain the Great Lakes.
Yeah. I know I saw the Edmund Fitzgerald information. I've seen a couple of those. I haven't seen Drain the Great Lakes. I've seen a lot of Drain the Oceans, like San Francisco Harbor and all that.
It's awesome.
Those
There's
are old.
land masses out there with so far superficial evidence of man being out there. They found these rock formations where they were trying to steer the caribou. That's what they're thinking they were for.
They've got some pretty interesting.
On the close-up investigation.
They had some information where there's once you start to come up with an idea, of course you get large amounts of people that are like, no, it can't be possible. But apparently they're saying like Vikings were here.
Yep.
Way before.
They're finding tablets and shit.
Yeah, they're finding because they found some stuff up in Canada and portions of Maine where they're like, hold the hell on. This is Viking shit here.
Right.
And it makes sense, Maine and all that, right? Because we're the locations, it makes a lot of sense. But they're like, I don't think who discovered America was who we think did. I think it was long, long, long ago.
That's just the guy who wrote it down.
Well, and they had some of the old. They found a couple old anchors. Now the stone anchors they found. I think it's in California or somewhere in that area. They found some of the old stone anchors that appeared to be,
Really?
from way, way long ago.
Hey, GI. What's up, kid?
Shalice
Jay
is
Watt.
stirring the pot.
What's that?
Nothing.
What's up, Jay Watt? Good to see you, kid.
Phone sex? What?
When they go out with the 90s,
I'm sucking at fucking keeping up with the who's coming in and who isn't. So I feel bad.
I've been saying hi in your honor, Mike.
Well, that's good. At least somebody's paying attention.
GI popped through there a minute ago.
Yeah, because I'm on the outside chat, not the inside. See, if I see him on the inside, if I saw it on the inside chat, I would have saw it live. You know what I mean?
You're breaking out the old phone.
Right?
Off the coast around LA was there found an ancient stone anchors.
That's cool. Interesting. Hell, you never know. It could have been the people from Hawaii.
Well, yeah,
Get some goats or something.
yeah, you just don't know. What's happened is like, I'll piss people off now, but there's a lot of us are arrogant. We believe that whatever we decide is real. But we
also believe what we were taught.
That's right, and that's the issue.
Yeah.
Is when you're learning from what you were taught, having the ability to say, there's more information now. So some of the things I learned, there may be more to add to it. but people stop and they get stuck in their way and they can't learn anything. So as we learn more and more and we become more and more intelligent, we have to learn to accept some of the changes.
Give me one sec.
What in the world? Apparently, someone's wearing someone out. And Shalise is cheering him on.
And he's offering more food.
He's like, Shalise is like, baby doll, get a sandwich and work.
He's offering Big Macs and fries and tacos and hot dogs.
That must be some hard work. Where in the world do you people see all these emojis? I just don't even.
Oh, they're down below the where you're typing the outside chat.
A lot of people are on
Scroll
their
down.
A lot of people are on their
But how do you even know what the hell they are? I've never learned to read them. I look at this stuff and go, what is that? It looks like corn on the cob, you know?
Yeah, it's got a whole different meaning.
I can never figure out what they are.
John, it's really funny. YouTube or Google decided to use a blackface for the emoji sign. So if you click on that blackface,
Is that what that is?
yeah, the emojis will pop up. I think that's in honor of the Virginia governor. You know, the guy who got away with it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
No, the black emoji is it's in February, fucking Black History Month.
That ain't why they did it.
Oh,
It's been like that since the last big change.
oh, I don't know.
Oh, that's funny. Shalisha, I'm never going to learn what the heck you're saying.
So what are you up to, Johnny?
Oh, let's see. We canceled the show because he wasn't feeling well. So, I got to come on early today.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Well, I was sitting there waiting, and it was 10:15. I'm going, something must have went wrong. And then 10:25, I'm going, or maybe nothing went wrong, and they go talk for a little while first. So I thought I'd pop it. There you were. I was like, oh, okay.
Ta-da.
All right.
So I was literally sitting here for like.
Yeah, but I sent you a link at 9:30.
Well, I know, I got it.
All right.
I was a little paranoid. I thought your channel might have been hijacked because last week you sent me that thing and I went to touch it and it was like, let me download some stuff on your computer. I'm like, fuck that. No.
Scary stuff.
Not downloading shit on my computer. Oh well. See now, it just seems so weird to read this. Phone without the phone. Tilted head, fingers, burger, fry, burger. Taco, dog, taco, peanut, something stupid, maybe a donut. Tilted head.
You forgot about the wet tongue on the peanut. Penis.
I'm like, what the hell is that?
I don't know, but Prepping sure likes his bikini. Starting to wonder about that guy. He was painting his nails earlier.
Oh, see, I thought that was a pair of eyes with a beard.
Oh, got you. Time for some reading glasses, sir.
Oh my word! Holy moly!
No, it's a bikini, John.
Well, those are some tiny tatas, I'll tell you what.
actually pretty big.
Easy.
I said tiny tata.
Yeah, don't say that either. That's what they call my daughter.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, that's just terrible.
Well, they couldn't pronounce her sister couldn't pronounce Natalia.
That's cute.
We're not getting any fucking.
Wait a minute. I said Tauntaun had irritated you, and you said we didn't get any fucking.
No, I didn't say it irritated me. I didn't say it
All
irritated.
relative.
What are you talking about? When have you ever irritated me?
Oh, he was painting Guns Girl's nails. I got you. He was making the offer.
Oh, yeah. You two can go bite my ass too.
Where's the massage your shoulders emoji?
It is not cold anywhere fucking close to me.
Now you said you're not going to be warm next week, Mike.
Actually, I am. It's gonna be
40s, and you're going to be in the 50s.
gonna be 43 tomorrow. 40 tomorrow. 40 on Sunday. 48 on Monday. 44 on Tuesday. 37 with rain and snow.
Yep. And then you're back Friday. You're back Friday warm, Saturday warm, and Sunday warm again.
Yeah, it's fucking retarded.
And that officially puts an end to. Is it the last week of February?
Yep, last day of February, I believe.
Yeah, that's it.
Last day of regulation.
2 weeks.
For me,
You still got 2 more weeks of February after that. You get 30 days of February.
No, you have 29.
Okay, but you've only gone 2 weeks. You only went 14 days.
No, I was talking about the week after that. I said, and after that, you've only got one more week. 'Cause next week, the week after, and then that one there makes 3. So then you'd only have one more.
Is the Super Bowl on this weekend?
Sunday at 6:30.
Sunday at 6:30. Yeah, okay.
Wow. Hey, that's cool. They're not starting at 9 o'clock.
I don't even know if I'll watch it. My team's not in it, so fuck them.
It's the only game I watch all year, and that's the one I'm going to watch. So.
Hey, Stump Greenwood, what's up?
Stumper, what's up, kid?
Hey, I haven't seen Stump.
Stump, I'm gonna tell you something. I forget where I was, but I have to go find it. I was on my phone. I thought it was an ad or something, and I shit you not, on my kid's fucking grave. You ready? You know what the fucking guy's name was? Robert Stump. And I couldn't fucking. I don't know how to screenshot shit, so I couldn't screenshot it to show you. But I pissed myself laughing.
I screenshot like this, Mike. I just hold the screen up like that.
Yeah, there you go.
Let everybody get a shot of it, and then go, okay, there you are. Now everybody got it.
That's what I should.
Right on, Stump.
I only watch one game of the NFL now. That's it. I watch one game. I'll watch the Super Bowl. That's it. I don't.
I didn't even bet on it this year for fun and entertainment purposes only, of course.
Right. But now, if you want to enjoy yourself,
This will be the first time I haven't bet on.
try watching NASCAR. It's fun.
Try watching what?
NASCAR.
Too many left turns.
Oh, I love me some NASCAR when I remember it's on.
Too many left turns. And
Do you know how silly that sounds when you say left turns? Because think about logically for football. What do? They run over there. Then what? They turn around and run over there.
if you get my point,
Run
they're
over
always
there.
going left. Hey, you're not getting my point. They're always going left.
No, a lot of times they go right. That's when the excitement happens.
Only at the Brickyard. I started hating it when they took the restrictor plates away.
Well, yeah.
Out of cold, coming for enough snow to close.
I started disliking a lot of stuff once I lost Tony Stewart. When he was done, I had a real hard time after. But now I'm being a Bush fan. I'm just being a Kyle Busch fan. I mean, I'll never be a Jimmy Johnson fan because I hate Jimmy.
John M.I. Woodsman's in the house.
John, you got a link in your Facebook thing.
Mr. Woodsman.
Evening, Steve B.
I got to hear if he got his box or not. I never even heard if he got his box.
Oh, I'm sure he'll do a box opening for you like I haven't done for him yet, because he sent me a box. Dude,
Mr. Stump.
Whoops.
what you making me, John? I'll be right over.
Good, he got his box. All right, cool. Uh-oh. I hear Asian in the house.
No,
heat.
See, here's another thing. Warm water beneath the Antarctic. Antarctic glaciers alarm scientists.
HRM, fuck NASCAR.
Only if they kneel for the flag.
What's up, HRM?
Homemade mac and
That
cheese.
will never happen.
Is a homemade mac and cheese burnt on top?
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with Shalisan on that. You really need to crisp up that top.
Swamp Donkey, what's going on, buddy?
I made me a toasted sub with nice crispy burnt cheese.
That's where I gotta go for. I go see fucking Swamp Donkey.
Where's he at?
Jay Watt. I'm looking to see if there's any places in Massachusetts that are cold that I can go ice fishing, and there's only one area.
Well, you could take a little bit of a hike and get into up into Pennsylvania and get some done. I don't know.
Listen, do you need a geography lesson? That'll be out in Pennsylvania because it's that way.
For me, everything's down. It's all down.
Yeah, but it's not for me. Like when I go to see you, it'd be up to see you.
Right. For me, everything's down. It doesn't matter where the hell I'm going. It all starts going down.
Mike, John says he will be in after he finishes his dinner with mac and cheese and hot dogs chopped up.
Oh, I did that. You should do that for the kids. Who was I just telling that to?
Oh, snap.
What you got to do, though, is you got to cut the little hot dogs up, but then you got to roast them first. You get a little color on them, then put them in the mouth.
And extra sauce.
Yeah, my little brother used to be terrible at that shit. You go to make macaroni and cheese and like, where's the sauce packet? He would take it out of another box and stick so he'd get two in his. Bullshit. Leave boxes of macaroni with nothing in it. Bruins won fair and square.
Yeah, they beat the Winnipeg Jets, I believe. Just saying.
Sorry. That damn Pantix, man. All I want to do is sleep.
How you doing on that?
I'm getting off of that shit.
Well, I don't want to make you think of smoking, but how are you doing on that?
Well, I'm smoking wise, I'm doing great, but that Chantix shit, I'm going back to the nicotine patch.
Yeah, I hear there's a lot of side effects.
I always believe in toughing it through. I've been on a lot of shit, had all kinds of bad side effects. This shit right here. Man.
Have you thought about vaping to start to get off to ease it?
Oh yeah, I've got a little vape. I've got a couple little vape cigarettes I hit once in a while. Get me nice and buzzy.
I mean, I did the full vape everything, and I did my own vape. It's not expensive at all if you learn how to make your own. And then you can control your nicotine. I walked it down. Now I don't even vape anymore.
Yeah, I haven't noticed you vape in a while.
No, I quit that. When I got to zero nic, all right, then I vaped for a little while because when I would talk on the air, that's when I would want to do it. And now I don't have anything done, so I'm off completely and don't vape anymore.
Nice.
Look at that! You know,
Mike J. Watt's making fun of you. Says you're intensely looking for ice holes.
I am.
Shalisa, if you need one, Shalisa, I've got an extra one of the nice ones.
Yeah, I don't think I can do it though, because I have that allergic reaction and I have to hit it different than everyone else.
Okay.
I had it happen. I found out that I was legitimately allergic when I was in the hospital in my transplant, and they put me in a vape tent. They failed to tell me to raise your hand if you're in pain, because they never had anyone in pain before. They said, raise your hand if you have trouble breathing. So I stuck through the pain thinking it was part of it till I was to the point where I was like, and then they all start freaking out, calling everybody. And I couldn't talk for the rest of the week I was in the hospital. I couldn't talk back and forth with my doctor. I had to write stuff down.
Golly.
Well, that's messed up.
Yeah.
I had a buddy of mine that was at work, and he had a gallbladder attack. And because of his family history, he knew it was a gallbladder attack, and he's trying to tell the ambulance driver that. And the ambulance driver commenced to hooking up the wires to his chest and shocking the living fuck out of him, basically killing him, and then had to wake him back up, thinking he was having a heart attack. He ended up with a big fat lawsuit when he had burn holes in his chest that were the size of cigar butts and like a quarter-inch deep.
Really?
It's hard to get them motherfuckers to listen to you, I swear.
Yeah, he's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Bad word.
Well, I mean, what the hell are you doing?
Mhm.
And then because he was fighting on the gurney, they gave him that shot that paralyzes you.
Oh, that's always fun.
So he had to just sit there and take it till they killed him.
Seriously.
And luckily enough, they brought him back, and then he sued the living crap out of the
I think,
ambulance and the hospital.
yeah. I sometimes wonder if it's because so many other people are so dramatic that they don't take us people serious when they need to.
Right. Who aren't dramatic.
Because I was treated like some dramatic young woman when I kept telling them, you're making me sick with this dialysis shit. Finally, I went back home, moved back to California, and found a doctor that would listen to me. They're like, yeah, you're over urinating, not under urinating. They don't need to be taking fluid out of you. They need to be giving it to you. And then I moved back to Michigan. I couldn't get them to listen to me. Couldn't get them to call my doctor and find out. It was awful. Yeah, I should be doing cartwheels and going canoeing and shit. Here I'm laid up like an old lady for months.
Right on, Swamp Donkey, the government. Government.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to listen to people more. I don't care what kind of people they got to deal with every day. Always assume they're right.
Yeah, right.
Well, that's saying that you know more about yourself than they do, and they know better than that.
And I have great respect for doctors. I give the doctors as many chances as I can, and I've paid for it, but they do tend to assume that means you don't respect their knowledge.
Oh.
How true that is. That's why it's called practice.
Sorry, Swamp Donkey, I'll stop. But man, when I get going about that, I feel sorry for that guy you mentioned there, Steve.
Yeah, that was some shit. Oh, and then he had to have his gallbladder taken out after all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
But
would.
thankfully today, though, gallbladders today are pretty, it's like,
Yeah, as long as they don't kill you before they take it out and then bring you back to life.
yeah.
There's that technicality.
In the I don't know what that drug is that paralyzes you. But he said the worst part of it, he was fully aware of everything going on around him, and he couldn't do a damn thing about it.
I got intubated a couple times in a row once, and I'll tell you what. Wow. That's some messed up stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that. I think you be a fighter. You better.
If I came through and I had a fucking if I ever came out of it, and I had a fucking tube in my throat, to be a war.
Well, that's me. And it's like, oh fuck.
Because as soon as I regain consciousness, and if I had the strength, and I can go like this with my arm, I'm pulling the fucker right out.
Yeah, if they don't have you strapped down.
No,
but see,
actually, they can't do that no more.
That's the
they can only do half. They can only do half restraints now. That is against the law. They cannot do 4 point. Listen to me. Then they broke the law, Stevie. It's a federal.
Major anxiety over that situation right here.
But hear me out. I'm trying to explain something to you. I'm trying to explain something to you. It is against the law. They cannot do 4-point restraints anymore.
I hope the hell not. Yeah, they do 2-point. It's a blanket right over your whole body, tied under the bed.
Because I asked my wife. My wife works in a nursing home, and she's always telling these old people falling out of bed. Do you know? Remember when you were in the when you were in the hospital and they take you on a gurney or they take you in a bed? They'll take you, like if you're in the hospital, you have to go get an X-ray or an MRI. First thing to do is put the sides up.
Yeah.
No sides up in a fucking nursing home bed because
Why?
it's considered a restraint.
Are you kidding?
No,
So they just let them fall out?
it's nothing they can do about it.
Wow.
It's law.
So once again, they make a law and it goes too far the other direction.
Right. It sucks.
Why do I keep losing the chat and it tells me to sign up for free? The hell does that mean?
I don't know.
Oh,
But it's terrible, Stevie. It's nuts.
usually when that happens to me, John, you know your little flashy line for where you type?
Yeah.
If you don't type enough, it will disappear. And if you just start typing, it freaks the whole freaking thing out and you got to read it.
Or just
Okay.
if you're looking on the oh yeah, you guys don't get to chat on the inside, right?
We can now.
The YouTube chat you can see on the inside.
Yeah.
Alright,
I don't think we can comment.
just
let
hit
me-
reload on the
No,
outside.
yeah, you can't comment. You can read. That's what I was watching because
Yeah.
I keep screwing up looking at stuff over here and it's so tiny I can't see it. So I put it up here in front of me. Now I can actually read it, and then all of a sudden it just disappears.
Right.
So sign up for free. And it's like, sign up for what?
Yeah. We can see it, Mike, but we cannot comment on the inside.
Shalisa, if you take spinach,
Bleh.
if you take spinach, wring it out real good. Right?
Specify your spinach. There's two, three
I'll be
different-
right back, Stevie. I gotta check.
Frozen-
Wait a minute. Mike just flashed back to 12 years old.
if you take frozen spinach, let it thaw. All right, then you drain it really well, cut it up real fine. All right, put 2 teaspoons of salt in there. Then cube up all of your cheese there. Put it in there.
That government cheese has probably that much salt in it.
Okay, then don't use that salt. But you add milk to that. All right. So for every pound
Government.
you have of that government cheese, you're gonna add a half a cup of milk, and it acts just like Velveeta. And what you wind up with is chili con queso.
Well, that's what I've been kind of wondering. It looks like Velveeta.
That's where Velveeta came from. Was government cheese.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
I don't.
They just now go, hey, it says Velveeta on it, so you owe me $9.
Maybe I'm confused. Yeah, maybe I'm confused because it comes in a plastic wrapper now. It just seemed like it was
Velveeta comes in a plastic wrapper now.
no
With
Velveeta
tinfoil.
foil.
Well, yeah, same diff. It's a Mylar is what it is, but it's a plastic coated with a foil on it.
Yeah, I haven't. I've had it for like 2 or 3 months now, and I haven't. It's like, what do I use it with?
You use it to make chili con queso and dip those chips in it. Yeah, that's good stuff. Man.
Yeah.
Some
No, I'll give it to you. That stuff is good in dips.
Oh yeah, that's it. Other than that, what the hell are you gonna do with it? You can put it on a cheeseburger.
spinach. I like fresh raw spinach in my salads. I like hot spinach on the tops of my soup, not boiled, just sprinkled on,
Perfect.
soften up.
I mince up. I take onion and I'll mince it up really fine, but leave it still so it's got that crunch to it. Throw that in there, the spinach in there. Cut up the cheese. Add a half a cup of milk for every pound of the cheese, and you wind up with a really thick but still dippable chili con queso. Good stuff. It's perfect for the Super Bowl.
There was a favorite snack I used to have in my teens and 20s. I had one of those sandwich makers, and I would always make the grilled cheese sandwich with that Mexican Velveeta, the spicy kind.
Yep.
Oh man,
But if you just take a jar of
think that's all.
of spicy salsa, dump it in with your government cheese, and that's your Mexican Velveeta right there. Yeah, chili con queso is good stuff. I like that. What ad bod? What are we talking about for ad bod? Oh yes, Rotel. I do the Rotel too once in a while.
Hey, I could use some help on something else too.
What?
Since you guys are here, You ain't doing nothing. What the heck do I use these things for? Here.
You might get some weird
And,
suggestions.
and if she pulls a lime and a coconut out, am I supposed to put this in this or this in this?
Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
that is a wall anchor.
Are you sure that's not an IUD?
No, hang on, squeeze it. Hold on, squeeze it. Squeeze it like this.
Squeeze it like you mean
No,
it.
no, other way, from the side.
That's why I was squeezing it the first time.
Okay, squeeze it hard though. There, harder.
That's
All right.
That's
Drill
what-
a hole. Now you drill a hole and you squeeze that through the hole, and then you put this. There you go.
Thank you.
There you go.
I'm like, I don't get it. So you drill your hole, then you
Yes, and then when you put the screw in, it grabs it, spreads it apart, and it does. There you go, and that's how it stays in the wall.
and don't give it that one extra crank because
No,
it'll strip out.
Now, where do I send the bill?
Ooh, she's ventilating.
you didn't offer me a bill with that. When it,
You didn't put a disclosure on there.
yeah.
All
And
right, now she's
when
got a
you
piece of
Oh,
edge.
you give it that one little snug up and don't try to over tighten it because
Right. I've learned.
that
Yeah, once it twists,
I've always done my own shelves and everything, and lately they keep coming up with this stuff that I don't get. I've never been too familiar with drywall because all my homes have been old places with the
slat.
flat.
Plaster and laugh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what you got in your hand looks like a piece of edge molding, but it looks like MDF.
It'd be better if you could find a stud, at least on one screw. Remember
Shalisa,
they
if you
used
ever-
to make everything 16-inch on center?
Yeah, that was a
Now
lot.
they'll send you a 12-inch piece that you're supposed to put on the wall. It's like, what the fuck?
Right.
You're just asking for disaster.
Well, I loved it. My sister had called because I got these floating shelves. Do you know how to do them? I said, yeah. Did they send you the metal pieces for the wall? She goes, yes, they did. I said, what's your weight? What's your weight rating? She said, 15 pounds. And I went, okay, it's not a big deal. Now give me your width. What do you got? She's like, well, overall, they're 13 inches. I'm like, how the fuck is that even possible?
Right.
How? I was like, so you want me to drill holes in the sheetrock and anchor it to the sheetrock? And it's a shelf?
That's why it's only 15 pounds.
I'm like, the hell? Get one that actually sits into a stud. What is the deal with these people wanting to mount shit to sheetrock?
I don't know. Ever since they come up with those zippets,
Yep.
they quit making shit to fit the studs.
Oh yeah. It always crack. I'm like, you know what? I mean, if you got something that's 13 inches, was it really going to be a big deal if it was 16?
Yeah.
Was it going to ruin everything if it was 16?
Yeah, it's like 3.5, 4 more inches.
Yeah, it's like then we could actually have something mount. So we actually went over and I helped her put another piece of wood on top of the shelf and just kind of do a little bit of work on it with the router. And then I showed her to take just a small bracket, one of those 2-hole brackets, and we welded on a piece of rod. I'm like, now we'll drill the holes in the back. We'll mount these to the wall. Then you could slide the shelf over. Ta-da! Can't see it. Floating shelf.
Bingo.
I'm like, God. She's going to go to this store and buy some MDF shelf. And it's going to be 13 inches, and she's going to pay $30 for it.
Damn, swamp donkey, that'd cause a concussion.
MDF is way fucking too expensive.
It is. It's nuts. And I mean,
I sell it. I'm telling you.
It's
MDF.
like-
Yeah. I'll sell the cheapest shit, the MDO. The prime MDO, but
it just cracks me up. People are in there buying.
it's heavy as
They're buying pieces of furniture made out of MDF, and you want to talk about being able to strip something? Oh my God!
Yeah,
You strip a screw in MDF, chunk comes out.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that shit's fucking condensed heavy, man.
Oh yeah.
I take a 3/4 inch sheet of MDO, right? And a 3/4 inch sheet of that shit. The MDO I put on my shoulder, and here we go, you know? That fucking MDF shit, I'm like, you gotta be shitting me.
Right. More glue than wood. Wow. Awesome hunk of trophy fat wood you got there, Shalisa. Where did you get that from?
Isn't that cool? Someone named Steve made that for me.
Very nice.
I don't know anybody named Steve, so that sucks.
Oh, wait, I got to go change my little title there.
It's Steve, a new member of the NCC.
If you ever do change your name, make it Turner, Steve, so it ain't too traumatizing.
There you go. I'm scared now because I've been a little chat whore for half the week, so nobody will know me again.
Why don't we talk about Starfinders? Well, we're not talking about Starfinders because I don't want to make the show all about me.
Well, I was going to make a joke about Guns Girl being a stud finder, but I decided not to.
Yeah, considering she can't find a stud. I mean, she's hanging around with fucking P2E for Christ's sake. That tells you anything. Did you really think I wasn't going to say anything with all the shit you two was fucking swapping back and forth in my chat? Do you really think Mikey D wasn't going to say anything? Ah, shit. How do you drink a juice box without a straw?
You know, poke
it's
the hole, hold it up, and
corner in your mouth and you suck on it.
There you go, Mikey. Go ahead, pucker up, buddy.
Right? Uh-oh. That wasn't smart.
Nope,
You
it's
gotta
further
hold
than you
the corner.
didn't.
You can't hold the center of the box. You got to hold the corners or you squeeze it. Then you'd be all dainty.
Or you could always just do that crazy thing and cut the corner off and make it like a cut.
Oh, he got it. That ain't a juice box. That's a dang freaking
That's a
free
sack.
fun.
A juice pouch.
Mike sucking on the bag.
Sucking on a bag of juice.
You should have just put the corner.
Better than a
See that? I just, but the problem was I hit the little, what do you call it there first?
Yeah, and it squirted on you, didn't it?
No, it squirted all over my fucking knife, though. Fucker.
You know, if you rub the bag while you're sucking it.
Still sharp, though.
Oh, okay. Look,
Where's the emoji for that?
Oh, I can find it.
Juicy juice colostomy bags.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
What is wrong with you people?
I don't know. That went right over the edge.
Bad. Never gonna be able to drink a Capri Sun again. It's a damn do bag.
Oh,
Thank God they're not clear. Oh.
I've had a hot guy show me his once before. That was pretty disturbing.
You had a what?
A hot guy showed me his colostomy bag.
Oh, no. Why would
Really?
somebody show you that?
really?
Want to see what they did to me? Look.
Especially a hot guy.
Yep,
Oh,
that's something you always think of an old man. No. Only
She's-
time I've seen one. I know.
Lisa's winking at him, going, well, "How you doing?" He's like, "I got one of these." She's like, "Why would you show me that?"
Had to put your dick in the dirt. Oh.
You just ruined her lady boner.
So
Oh.
yeah, you're lucky to be here, but I really didn't need to see that. I'm happy that you're still here and they saved your life, but I did not need to see that. But it hurts.
Couldn't you have showed me a different picture?
Yeah, couldn't you draw something? I'll get the message. Oh, that is a visual I don't think I could get over.
Sorry.
That would not be very fun.
No.
Sorry. You guys brought up the
No, I mean, if I actually seen it live,
oh yeah.
I don't think I could get over that one.
Yeah, it's tough.
I'd like never eat frozen shrimp in a bag again. I would just be ruined. No,
See,
no
It'd
frozen
be like,
peas.
you want corn with that? No.
There's no
No
stop.
corn. No corn. Please, no corn.
Doctor don't let you have no solids when you go.
Oh, God.
Oh, whenever
I'll
you
go
eat
empty
corn,
my
it says
freezer. All the
Libby.
bag goods are gone. No more frozen peas. Damn it. No more broccoli.
Depending on what you eat, you can change the labels. This one says Libby's.
Oh my
Oh, Lord. Or peanuts.
Oh, hallelujah.
Yeah, peanuts would be
I
bad.
hope they don't make them clear. I don't want to know. Don't want to know. Thank you.
I would not enjoy that.
Oh, Jay Watt, you went there. Or peanuts, right? Everything's coming in a square box now. It's the only way I can shop.
Oh. You got any of those Planters colostomy bags?
Come on now. I thought Joe Walsh died. Just kidding.
No, but who was it? Who was it who someone just passed it the other day? I'm trying to think of who it was. Somebody famous.
No, just kidding. There's a candidate, Joe Walsh, running for the
No, I
the
got
Tea Party Republican. The Tea Party.
The Tea Party.
He's a Tea Party Republican from Illinois.
What does that mean? Gonna like our guy Angus King gonna change flags as soon as you get elected?
I don't know. Looks like he's been conservative his whole life, so I don't know if that's gonna
Good
happen.
for you, Guns Girl.
Nipley. I don't know.
Right on, Jay Watt.
Oh, trail mix.
Oh,
Because they're really not putting anybody against him anyway.
fried food. We actually have to add liquid to it and then squish it around.
Oh yeah. Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
No more chili mac for me. Done.
Well, I guess you would never really want to have gas with one of those bags, would you?
Oh, no shit. Literally, no shit.
Oh, man.
I forgot about that. Thanks.
Give one of those little vent valves.
It's called
Oh my god.
They had
I
to
have
do
empathy.
dialysis clinic constantly.
So I was just looking up at
Please
Yeah.
change the subject.
I was just looking up Republican candidates for presidency. And I'm like, wow. They're doing the same shit that fucking the Democrats did back in the day. They don't have anybody to put them against, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Bill Weld, former governor of Massachusetts, now a fucking. Well, he was when he was here, he was Republican, but last year he ran as a vice president for the Libertarian Party.
We got the guy that looks like the Russian guy. What is his name? La Fuente or something like that?
No, you have. Let me see.
I thought that was wasn't it like Roic de la Fuente?
2020 Republican candidates.
Bill Weld, Joe Walsh, Donald
Joe
Trump.
Walsh,
And
Donald
I think,
Trump.
isn't it like Roque de la Fuente? I think it's Roque.
Hang on, I'll get down there. No, it's another. It's a. I just read his fucking name too. Damn it. Joe Walsh. Some guy that did something not too nice on the Appalachian Trail. What is his name? Mark Sanford, former South Carolina governor, member of Congress. Problem was that in 2008, the married governor disappeared for 5 days after telling his staff he was going to hike the Appalachian Trail, only to be found in Argentina with his mistress.
Nice.
But the De La Fuente guy, I'm positive
Hang on,
he's running. I know he's running.
Now,
All
if the
right,
guy's a Democrat,
Oh
they'll-
yes, I'm sorry. Yes. My apologies.
now
He's
if the
not-
guy's a Democrat, they'll forgive him for that.
Roque, ROQUE,
Roque de la Fuente.
Roque de la Fuente, an entrepreneur and businessman who's had a career in car sales, banking, and real estate development.
So
2006
right now the Republican ticket looks like this: Donald Trump and Bill and Tom and Everett. It's just like, who the hell's Everett? Yeah, Donald's got it. Not a chance for the rest of the boys.
Nobody sit on their ass.
His
Get out.
name's only on the ballot in a dozen states. How does that work?
Right on, Swamp Donkey. That's the first thing I thought of.
Why is it just in a dozen states? How come it's not everywhere? Somebody help me out with that.
Don't have a clue.
Why wouldn't somebody's name be on the ballot if they announced that they were going to run for president or run for governor or run for whatever? Why does it say?
Don't they have to have some kind of a minor race first to see who?
Right, you have to first have all the Republicans in all the states are going to vote first to see who's going to run.
Right.
Primary.
I
Then
think Bill Weld's
then
age is
they'll
against him.
Then they'll launch their two.
I think Bill Weld's age is against him.
Mike,
What?
was that guy's name Joe Walsh?
Yes.
Is it the Joe Walsh, Rocky Mountain Way Joe Walsh?
No.
No.
Oh, I love that guy.
He's a Tea Party Republican from Illinois. Served one term in Congress before losing his seat to a Democrat, Tammy Duckworth, in 2012.
Oh, those damn Duckworths.
Walsh then became a conservative talk radio host with a syndicated radio show carried by Salem Radio Network. The right-leaning company has been steadfast in its support for Trump and quickly dropped Walsh from its roster after he announced his bid for presidency on August 25th.
Well, go back and listen to his radio show to probably tell you the kind of guy he is.
Problem is that Walsh, who has expressed regret over his history of using racist slurs, is running like pretty much everyone else in the race as not a Trump. Yet in ways the two are quite similar. Walsh says he plans on making a moral case against Trump. Also, he has a checkered past and rather sordid
Wow.
financial past, rife with unpaid debts, tax liens, and foreclosures. So you can kiss fucking Joe Walsh goodbye.
Yeah.
What's his name? Mr. fucking Appalachian Man's got a better shot than he does. He's just got laid. But Bill Weld, I don't think has any. I think his age is hurting him. He's the former governor up here.
He's running on the, hey, you know what? I hate Trump. I don't understand why we have Republicans running for presidency based on the I hate Trump. I don't get it.
Because they're dumbasses.
I mean, how in the world do you think the people that like Trump are going to vote for you because you don't
hate
like
Trump.
Trump?
Billy Weld sucks on guns too, by the way, just to tell you.
No, they're probably Democratic shoe-ins trying to split the vote on Trump.
Yeah. Well, those are the
Watch
those
out
are-
for that big
those
time.
are- those are your fake Republicans.
Right.
We
But-
got plenty of those.
It's kind of like when what's his name? He died. McCain ran with Palin.
Yeah.
I said back then that the Republicans aren't going to win a race if they don't put anybody even close. Like anybody, McCain wasn't it. You know, that wasn't even
Well,
fucking.
McCain wasn't a real Republican anyways. He was
Exactly. The problem is that all the Republicans were thinking they were all back in the fucking 80s with Reaganomics. Okay. And that shit's out the window. You know?
Well, you look way back, Republicans and Democrats have flip-flopped over the
Oh,
decade.
8 million have done them. Ronald Reagan was a fucking Democrat.
And so was Trump. What I mean is the Republican Party used to be the one that was for environment or whatever, and it's flip-flopped.
That's because they're just trying to go against.
The
Yes,
real,
HRM.
the real deal is they're all freaking crooked. Every
Well, yeah, I mean
they're
that's
all crooked.
so. I say this to everybody: when you're voting for the lesser of two evils. That's how I look at it.
And that's the only thing you can vote for nowadays is which one won't hurt as bad.
Which one is not gonna exactly? Which one's gonna give you Vaseline and which one ain't? It's
Yeah.
pretty much.
I mean, because literally, it's like we got. I mean, the minute you say tax, they're all like, yeah. I mean, we're being taxed at levels now that, oh my god, it's not even. You can't. People can't even believe what we're being taxed at. I mean, and the
people
government
don't even understand that. Like around here in Mass, right? The tolls was supposed to help for the roads.
and they don't do anything for the roads. Nothing.
Once the wooden thing was built, it would be fine. They're gonna take them out. Okay, that never happened. To me, that's just a sucker bet. That's like playing the roulette wheel. You play the roulette wheel, that's just dumb.
It's just like the corridor. They said the same thing about they're not going to get this corridor. It's not going to happen because we're all smarter now. When you said the tolls will go in for so long, they'll come out, lied. When you said if we
What's
do
that
this right
CMP?
here,
What is that?
well, what they want to do is they want to take the state of Maine.
Split it
You
in
ready,
half.
Mikey? Cut her right freaking in two and run super power lines the whole way
Yeah,
so that they can attach Canada to guess what? Massachusetts.
yeah, I
And
know.
then Maine can go like this. Every single kilowatt that flows through here, we owe the power company X amount of money. But the people of Maine get nothing. And they're doing this. Yeah, you do. You get to work on it while we're
Yeah.
building it.
What are they
And then-
calling it here?
Well,
They call
they changed it. At first, it was called the corridor, which is what it really is.
Well,
Then-
in New Hampshire,
Then they said, oh, no, it's called Clean Energy Matters.
Hey,
That's what they're calling it.
Axis, what's up?
in New Hampshire, it was called the North something. North.
Tragedy.
No, the North.
Make you sterile.
Well, I mean, imagine this. They're claiming all we're going to do is run alongside existing power lines. It's like,
Right,
really?
no, but that's not true.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
They are. What was it called? Northern Pass. They call it Northern Pass in New Hampshire. Okay, and of course they all link to fucking Massachusetts because this is what your buddy fucking Obama did for all you people that fucking love that fucking cocksucker.
Wait, you're not going to blame it on Trump?
So, they'll take wherever there's an existing power line. Okay, because they've already done it here in my hometown. Because my hometown is the hub for two things: the power line and the gas.
Right, but wherever they have the
not the gas
existing
pipeline.
line, wherever they have the existing line, it's not big enough to house the
Right.
super line.
So what that's what I'm saying. So what they're
They're
doing
gonna
is
they're gonna make
they're
it
going to
3 times.
extend because they've already done it out here, Johnny. They're gonna. So if you look at a set of power lines in the state of Maine, okay, they're gonna extend it. As you're looking at the power lines, they're gonna extend it like 50 feet to the left and 50 feet to the right.
They said it'll be over 200 feet
Yeah, across. That's
No.
how.
additional. Over 200
Oh, ours is
feet.
200 feet. Ours is.
Yeah. Ours
right.
is now going to, would be so big. But here's the worst part is we don't have a straight shot. So they're like, here's
No, you
what we want to do. Cut
No, you
state of Maine right frickin' in half. And you're talking about a state taking
Right.
it and drawing a 200.
Yeah, they want to cut. They want to go right to the 100-mile fucking. What do you call it up there in fucking?
Yeah, right straight through. They want to chop. Now you're talking about cutting a swath that's like 400 feet wide all the way across an entire state. And the people of the state get nothing.
Right. That's how we were getting with our gas line, right? They wanted to put this. They wanted to enlarge it from 18 inches to whatever, right? And we're like, wait a minute. So I asked a question at the meeting. I'm like, can the fire department handle that?
No.
Just saying.
And for us, when you ask
So-
them questions, you
so-
go, what do we get? And they go, well, there's employment. They say generic stuff like there's employment. You go, only until it's done being built.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And there's no more.
jobs.
Then what you wind up with is a massive unemployment. And all these people that are up north, because you're talking about people that have to move. They're going to have to move to follow this line going all the way across. So if it lasts 5 years or 6 years, When that comes to an end, boom. And then
So-
there's no money coming into Maine.
So we knocked the thing down. They wanted to run a gas line from Western Massachusetts over the borders of New Hampshire,
Yeah.
and then go up through New Hampshire. I don't think it was going to hit Maine. And they wanted to connect it into fucking Canada. And
Yeah.
guess what? Oh no! I'm sorry. I apologize. They were coming right out the. That was Northern Pass. They were coming right out the. Right out the top of Massachusetts into the ocean.
Yep.
So they can hook up the fucking. What do you call it to it? The ships and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Hey, look at the good side. You be able to go on that power line and get your 50 BMG out.
No, because they don't let you hunt on them. They put signs up: private property, no trespassing.
Nice.
Yeah,
And
you even-
technically it is.
But none of that. So in other words, none of that gas was for us.
Right.
But you
And
want
that-
to take people's land and shit? Fuck you.
And and here's the biggest part now. When they imagine if they said we want to run a power line from all the way across the width of where you guys are at there, Michigan. It's going to be 400 feet wide. And we want to run it across.
Right.
Now, every one of you in the hand here.
300
okay?
miles fucking long.
Right. So everybody who lives in here, you just lost your home.
Excuse me, John. John,
All of you lost your home.
that's the wrong state there, buddy.
Oh, whatever.
That's our state.
So I just said.
That's what he
Michigan.
just said. He was asking you, how would you like that if they took the state of
In
Michigan?
other words, if you took the state of
Split it in half
Michigan and
with a
you
pu-
put a 400-foot swath right across it, but everybody who lives here, right in this spot, you just lost your house.
Well, we already got that.
all lost your home.
I-75 goes from the bottom to the top.
Right. But they want to put ours
was
bigger
a-
than a
yeah.
highway. I mean, 400 feet wide, straight up the whole, and everybody loses their land. Everybody.
And the Democrats will tell you, you know what they tell you? Well, we took it to build roads back in the day. FDR fucking said we're gonna build all these fucking roads, yada yada yada. That was back in the day. That's over and done with. Just because you did that doesn't mean you can take people's fucking land now. Okay, it's not helping us. It's for fucking Canada.
Right, but the whole someone who
It's
just
not helping the people of that state. They're not getting any. The only thing they're getting breaks on if you own property that they touch.
Unless
You know,
people from
take it-
Canada bring money.
No, they'll get a tax break. So if you own 1,000 acres, like if some fucking paper mill owns fucking 2,000 acres of land up there in Maine, and then these people come in and they're gonna take fucking 200 feet of it, you know, there'll be a the taxes will be obviously less, but for a homeowner that owns or a guy that owns a farm or whatever. He had a family farm for fucking generations and generations, and he might be near the fucking power line. Okay, but now they're gonna take more land. No, fuck you. No.
And what they do is they I don't know if anyone's been through it or not, but what they do is before they even begin, they have a meeting and it's a closed meeting where they go, okay, how much do you think you want to pay for an acre of land? And they make up one price and everybody has to fall in that price.
Yeah.
And then they're like, you know what? So here we're making you the offer. It's something that's worth $500,000, and we figure we're going to give you about $160,000. You say no, and they go, okay, now we're going to exercise eminent domain, and we're taking it, and you're going to take the check. So shut your face, take the check, and get out. That's the way they do it.
In the meanwhile, take a breath so Mike can say hi to Johnny.
Hey, Johnny.
Hey, brother.
Oh, fucking time you got here.
I know.
I thought that said Johnny Bigwood.
Well, we could have went there, but I didn't
John, that'd
want
be good.
to.
Did you turn anything yet?
No, I'm waiting. I got to get to the hardware, and I got some things I need to buy before I can give them a spin. Some additions.
What do you got? What do you got to get?
I need to get some copper tubing, maybe, and some other goodies. I'm gonna, because they're a little on the short side, and I want to make them a little bit longer. But I got a couple different ideas of what I want to do.
They're short. You think those were too short?
No, they're not too short, but to add to them because I can't leave shit alone.
Oh,
Mr. Gadget.
Yeah. Yep.
now, what did you like the walnut ones?
Oh yeah, they're all badass.
Yeah, those came out really nice. I was happy with those.
I really like these. The sawgrass though, man.
Oh yeah,
Oh, ain't that awesome?
Johnny, hang on, Johnny.
yeah.
There you go.
Now that's got walnut in it too.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Oh yeah, you can see the walnuts. Yeah, so you sent me those walnuts. I shaved them down, cut them up, and they're in that blank. Back in
And then
your head.
I like these. This is cute here. I like that.
Yeah, that was a guy told me he wanted it for his daughter. Can you make a gumball machine?
That's
And so I designed that one. I took all those. I made every one of the gumballs. I did them in red, white, and blue, and put them all in.
And this one, is that Jack and Coke?
No, that's actually hold it up to the light. That's one of the thin. That's a thin line. I sent you 2 green thin lines. So when you hold up, when you turn those, a green line is going to appear right in the middle of it.
this
How do the gumballs
is
work?
Jack and Coke.
Hang
That's
on.
Jack and Coke.
Yeah, Steve's got Jack and Coke right there.
I think your
Where'd you
note
get that, asshole?
I think your note said I had a Jack and Coke in here.
Hey, asshole. Where'd
I
you get
think
that?
I might have sent you a Jack and Coke.
You
That's
suck.
not this one, is it?
I don't like you, Steve.
No, you know what that is? That's the one that you were talking about. Remember, I said I can make a chameleon blank. That's
Oh.
a yellow. That's a yellow purple chameleon.
Oh.
When you get that in the light, it takes and changes like to 10 different colors.
And boy, does the color really start coming out when you start wet sanding that shit.
There you go. There you go. That's your Jack and Coke.
Okay. So
Yeah, I
you
got
fat wood chip up against it, and it turned fat wood color.
Yeah,
But
the 2 dark ones, when you turn them, in the middle of them, all of a sudden you're going to see a translucent green line appear. If you hold them up to the light and you turn them, you have to turn them till it turns, and you'll see all of a sudden, you'll see a green line appear right in the middle of the blank.
That's
Cool.
cool.
Those are
Thin
called,
green line.
yeah, those are thin green lines. I do thin red lines, thin blue lines, but the green ones for the Army.
Yeah, I got to get to a big box store where they got a good assortment of
Yum.
bushings and stuff like that, copper bushings, and it'll be cool when I get done. I'm making them for Nathan 4071. I got to make him a set. Then from there on out, I make them for whoever and sell them for whoever, and I got all my main ones done now. Redneck was the last ones, and
Now
Just-
those you'll have fun with because you wet sand those.
right.
And you just gotta get yourself a little container. You know, if you go to the dollar store, they have those thin little like Rubbermaid containers.
Yeah.
They're like an inch deep or whatever. Slide one of those underneath. All right, underneath when you're doing it, so you can catch the water, so it doesn't get on your motor, because your motor is underneath right where you're gonna wet sand.
Yeah. I think I was going to do that, or even grab an old paint tray and put underneath of it.
Yeah, what Steve's got right there.
Oh, I thought he was getting a cup.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
so
that worked.
if you take that, I take a washcloth and lay it down on the rail, put that on top of it, and then it'll catch all your water. You just dip in there and go, and you don't have to worry about getting your motor wet.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
The only thing is, John, with the speed that your lathe runs on slow, you better
Yeah.
put up a backsplash because it's going to spray a little bit.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah, I'll probably just put up a piece of cardboard or something behind it.
Just
Right.
remember when you do your base sand with stay at like 100 grit. Do your base sand, and whenever you're sanding. All right, I was going to mention this to Steve too. When you sand anything and you're in your circular motion, stop. Oppose it now. Go lengthwise, manually, but manually. Not so you're going to go manually. Just turn it manually and sand. And you do the same thing when you're wet sanding. So as you finish like 120 grit, stop the lathe and manually go the opposing way.
Uh huh.
And what that does is it helps break the lines. Yeah, scratch.
Right.
So you can take that up. If you go up to, I can make it shine like lacquer at 2500 grit.
Is it?
Yeah, I can make it shine like lacquer at 2,500. But then I have a set of wheels too as well. Tripoli, where you
I was
go on
wondering how you wanting the grits.
at 2,500. I switch over to Tripoli and White Diamond on the big polishing wheels.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And
I think I took mine to like 4,000 without buffing. That's why I had to put that little sheen of finish on it. But those little round 2-inch discs that you get cheap on Amazon,
Yeah.
they come in a variety pack. Those worked really well for wet sanding. I was surprised. They didn't crumble up or nothing.
No.
Yeah. And they come with, from like the last pack I got, it was a multi grit. They came from 60 all the way up to 4,000.
Yep.
So it was a pretty good deal.
$14, wasn't it? Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
that buffer. I got an air buffer with like a 3-inch wool pad on it too, that I can
Right.
fire up. You know.
And when you start turning, pay attention to your bevel.
Yeah.
Ride the bevel. Because I didn't for a second, and you've seen what happened on the video.
I actually had a guy who did what I told him to do. I said, "Listen, dude, do yourself a favor. Get a stick of butter and put it in the freezer. Take that downstairs, put it on the lathe, and turn the stick of butter." He actually did it, and he understood what I was talking about. It can be that easy when you're working with it, especially like the tools Steve has. Oh boy, you need to know how to use those tools. Those carbides. That when you get on that resin, it is literally like just shaving butter.
So you really got to lower your tool rest then.
Well, you just got to make sure you put the bevel up against the piece, and then you slide it down until the edge catches.
Right.
Because if you go straight into it, it will grab your chisel and just yank it right down the ink, and it's all going to go to shit.
And the other thing is that don't go over. There's no reason to go over more than an eighth of an inch distance from your rest to the piece. You don't need to go any more open than that. If not, what's going to happen is you're going to dip in. This stuff grabs, like Steve's saying. It's going to dip you and toss you in between the rest.
Yep.
Yeah. I try to keep my rest closest to my work all the time anyway as I can.
I'm wondering how much the walnut's going to catch, or maybe
It's
knock
going
out
to be interesting
little chunks.
because it'll be hard soft.
I'm also curious, very, very curious about the gumballs because they're hollow.
No, they're solid.
You got solid gumballs.
I made each one of those gumballs was handmade by me.
No
And
kidding.
it's made out of the same resin. I actually cast every gumball. Then that's 2 casting. Well, no, it's 4. Cast all the blue ones, cast all the white ones, cast all the red ones. Then they get combined, and I recast for the 4th time with a clear overlay.
Okay.
Yep.
I thought you legitimately.
No, as you cut them open, what's crazy is this: as you're cutting them open and turning it, they stay in position and they yield to the shape. So it looks exactly the same. But if you have a red one, it'll be the shape of whatever you're doing.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's wicked cool.
Yeah, I thought they were real gumballs because it looks real.
Yeah, that was what it was. He wanted one for his daughter, gumballs. I'm like, gumballs? What the? And the call that I made actually is the shape of a gumball machine.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think I sent you a picture, didn't I, John, of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually her call that I made for her. Shaped like a gumball machine.
Right on, Swamp Donkey. Less dig, more control.
Yeah. Definitely take your time.
Yep. Go into it easy too.
Yeah. Yep. It's very easy to work with. Wicked easy to work with. But the easier it is to work with, the easier it is to screw it up too.
Oh yeah.
It's like trying to cut punk wood. I still punk wood do the same thing to me.
You recovered.
So
good.
miss-
You recovered very good though, Steve.
Yeah.
Normally, what I see when someone does that, they'll come in and you watch it. There, the tool goes. It snaps back. They look down as the piece shatters and goes made in pieces.
Right.
And they go, "Do you have another one of those?"
That's one reason I always wear headphones. It seems like when I wear the headphones, it takes some of the nervous away from hearing the machine. It's really weird. It calms me down.
Well, also like when you put resin blanks on, it's a whole different world than wood because they sing.
Yeah.
Wood has a tendency to make just racket, but when you put these blanks on as they're spinning, they'll sing as you're cutting them, and you'll learn a whole different way, and they'll start to sing as you're cutting them. And now I can show you if you go watch some of my videos of me turning it. They have what they call shatter chatter, which means is it starts to tap. The long ribbon that you get will all of a sudden just start to fall apart into little pieces, and it begins to fly off in little tiny squares. That's shatter, which means that vibration is causing the pieces that are coming off to shatter into nothing.
Wrong cut angle.
Yep. Now, if you can, when you're in the right cut angle, what'll happen is it'll ribbon, and you'll just get a ribbon, and it can just continue and continue and continue, just ribbon flying off of it.
See, I couldn't get the speed and my pressure right enough for them suckers to fly in the air. I mean, some were, but they were all tangled up.
Yep.
It's like, damn.
I've gotten them. If you go to the one where I did for Jeff Gunwald 1, I'm sitting there working on it, and I'm literally holding it with my fingertips, just literally moving it like this, and you're watching my whole body get covered.
Yeah, I watched that one. They're everywhere.
Yeah, I was just covered from head to toe in ribbons.
Steven, can we get back to your call? You got there. Is it what is that? Is it a duck call, goose call? What do you got there?
That was a duck, mallard.
Mallard duck call.
What, that one I had?
The one you called Jack and Coke?
Yeah.
Don't I'm gonna
Mr. John Solar sold that to me. Somebody else made it, but John Solar sold it to me.
Oh, so that's not a John Solar duck call then.
Well, this is one of his blanks.
This is.
Okay.
This is one of mine.
PBR.
That's so cool. That PBR.
PBR. It's a bottle of PBR that's been laying. If you look at it closely, it's all distress, and it's got grass growing off the top of it, like it's on the side of the road. You know.
And if I was a good caller, I would call back at you, but I'm not. So I haven't practiced enough yet.
I people laugh all the time. Go, dude, you're not very good at calling. I'm like, isn't that amazing? I can make them, but I'm not very good at it.
Well, it's kind of like you can drive a car, but you can't work on it
That's right.
anymore.
Works for me.
You gotta make one with a gun in it.
Ooh.
With a gun.
Ooh, a little plastic AR. Ooh.
And then ship it through TSA.
Yeah. I can't believe that story with that bottle opener. That kills me.
Yeah.
How can anybody take themselves that freaking serious?
I'll give you a better one. My wife and I are going to Florida with the kids, and she's got her stitch and bit shit, you know, whatever you call it, whatever, right?
Crochet, knitting stuff.
Whatever the hell it is. What does she have in her bag that they let her on board with it?
Knitting the needles.
Pair of scissors.
Really? Oh wow.
But they were rounded at the end. I said to the woman, I go, can you put that in an envelope? I'll put my address on it, and then I'll, blah, blah, blah. He says, I know. I didn't realize she had that in there. I says, we'll just mail it back to my house, or I'll just get a new pair, whatever. She says, yeah, we don't do that. She says, but no, she's cool with the scissors. and I looked at her, and I went, I wanted to say to her, what? I can't pull those apart in 2.2 seconds and use the blade to slice somebody's fucking throat. So,
juggler.
But I didn't want to say that because I wanted to get on the airplane, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
But I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
That was a Mikey D bite your tongue moment.
Yeah.
Swamp Donkey says he's a fantastic caller.
That's awesome. I just don't do it enough to really learn. I know what I want to do, but making my mouth do what my brain says is.
I never called a deer or I've never gone duck hunting. So
I get a lot of crap from people. They're like,
nobody's ever taken me duck hunting. So
you shouldn't be making calls if you're not a caller. I'm like,
Oh Jesus!
But the funny thing is like my grunt calls. I've had everybody go, "Oh my god, those are amazing." I've never used a grunt call before.
Mikey D, if you don't have time for a new addiction, don't go duck hunting. That's my advice.
Yeah, duck hunting gets expensive.
well, it crosses with my.
Yeah.
I think it crosses with my deer hunting up north anyway.
Well, I actually quit bow hunting. Wait for October 10th to go duck hunting for a while.
Because I think duck hunting.
Totally addicted.
When's it duck hunting start down here? I think it's November.
And it's very, very addicting.
And I live in a totally shitty spot for duck hunting. We're so far away from the main of the flyways, you hardly even see ducks.
Yeah, I'm nowhere near. I mean, you got to remember, this Massachusetts is one of the most fucking, what do you call it? Density per whatever. It's the third largest density per whatever in this fucking, in the country.
Oh shit, mine's like down around 20.
So,
Well, what quacks me up is when people say, "Oh, look, it's a bunch of ducks and there's some damn geese flying by." You can't tell the difference between a goose and a duck flying.
Right?
So, big difference.
Huge difference.
Ducks flutter, geese fly.
Well, there's also not even anything remotely close to that sound. You can't mistake the sound of a goose for a duck. That's
Right.
That's like mistaking a deer for a turkey.
Sorry if I made fun of anyone that's made that
That'd be-
mistake before.
Steve,
If they can't tell the difference between a duck and a goose, they need to be made fun of.
that'd be under migratory bird hunting, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and don't break any laws in that because you get double whammied, by the way.
And there's all kinds of special laws, like, well, you're going to have to use steel shot. You can't.
Half
use
hour before
And you
sunrise.
better have that gun unloaded
At
at a
sunset.
certain time of day.
Cousin of Quill.
And there's also like no more than 3. Some areas have no more than 3 rounds allowed.
No, that's everybody.
Most. Yeah, that's a federal one there. Do not
Migratory
on
bird.
the last day of duck hunting after hours, because not only do you get that violation, but it is also an out of season violation.
Yep.
Waterfowl,
two major,
and sea ducks.
two major differences between ducks and goose. The goose is usually when you get pinched in the ass. The ducks when somebody throws something at you.
I don't know why I love doing this, but I love watching
I need a federal duck stamp.
the blinds when they're hunting and the geese are coming into the blind, and you'll get these guys that are really good. And I've watched them many times on Eric's channel. Shoot them, and they drop those geese. They're trying to drop them on their buddies.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that?
The guy who showed me how to duck and goose hunt, who took me the first couple times, could do that.
I'm always blown away when they're like, get him, and you'll see the one guy stay back a moment, and then boom, and you'll watch that thing hit the ground right in front of the blind. He's trying to hit the guys in the blind with the.
Oh yeah, that's a big effing joke. I almost got plowed with a Canadian goose. Dude,
I always thought that was so awesome. I'm like, oh my God.
you gonna pick that up?
That'd take you off your feet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Geese are tough. They're like tanks on wings. Them things are monster tough.
And that whenever you see one of those goose videos, that's when the crybabies come out, because apparently they don't understand that when that goose hit the ground, it might be over, it might not. You might have to go back and get it again.
Yeah. And don't grab it by the neck because you're not going to break it.
Wrong kind of bird for that.
This guy was good enough to let me learn the boo-boos by myself.
You'll be shaking that thing for half an hour.
They beat your ass. I'm telling you what, man. we had this one goose. There was snow on the ground, and one of us nailed that goose because it was literally drizzling blood for like a mile and a half across the fucking field, and just kept on it going. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah, they're tough little bastards.
Yep,
Good eating though. Oh my god,
it's cooked correctly.
this is good. I don't know what it is about the birds, but I like it anyways. I don't care. Even if it's tough, I don't care. I like wild bird. It's just good.
Usually what I do on a new game animal, I like to cook it naked. Nothing on it, no spices, no salt, no nothing, just to see what I'm starting with. I barbecued, I took a goose breast and threw it on my barbecue, overcooked it like normal.
Yeah.
I got that thing off and cut into it and ate it, and it tasted like a carp living in a shit swamp eating liver. Then I learned how to take care of it, and it was awesome.
I've never been a fan of the waste of it. I've never been a fan of that because you'll get a lot of people that won't. They'll only breast a duck, and they get rid of it. I've never been a fan of that.
What's American coot?
It's a greasy, nasty.
Yeah, it's a
duck, but not.
Did he say American coot?
Yep.
Yes.
Not
So it looks like
Now Shalise is leaning back on. Do you want me to explain this?
Stevie.
American cooch?
I'm actually I'm in. I only have 2 weeks left for North Coastal. No, I guess not. Early Canada Goose statewide is September 3rd to September 20th, September 23rd to September 25th. And then late Canada Goose Central Zone is the 18th through the February 15th. And then January 27th through February 15th. So yeah, I can go Canada Goose hunting
Well, there you go.
in Mass.
But don't break any rules and get caught.
Yep.
Just telling you, because they're serious.
If you need a call, let me know.
The daily bag limit contains no more than 6 ducks and no more than 4 of any species not additionally restricted.
Yeah, 6 ducks containing
American.
no more than what? 4 mallards,
Yeah, well,
2
2
wood ducks.
American black duck is 2.
Ooh, yum. I haven't got one of those yet.
Canvasback is 2. Fulvous whistling is 1. Harlequin 0.
Learn.
Harlequin.
This is what I would tell you. Learn what a duck looks like coming in.
Right.
That's a real freaking important one. That's the one that gets left out a lot.
Yep.
I
That,
don't know if I'll go duck hunting, but I'd love to shoot some fucking Canadian geese.
that or just shoot one duck and go home. That way you know you're safe.
Right. The new bag limits, the mallard daily bag limit has been decreased to 2 birds, only 1 female.
Wow.
The regular goose
here.
except snow and blue daily bag limit for the Berkshire zone, that's west of Mass, has been decreased to 2 birds.
Snow geese will let you shoot probably everything that's flying.
I don't know what a snow goose is.
The
It's-
white
The northern pintail daily bag limit has been increased to 2 birds.
Well, that's good. Here it's still 1.
Pintails. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. For me, I would like the goose better. The snow geese are like, I don't know, they're like locusts.
I'd like to go Canadian goose hunting, but I got nowhere to go. I mean, I shouldn't say
Anywhere
that.
where there's water this time of year.
Yeah, well, the problem is, that's the whole thing. There's plenty of water down here.
True.
Well, you can either hunt water or hunt field. They have
Yeah.
out of your farms, you'll get swarms of them that are during migration that will be feeding.
Anybody, can you hunt swans in your area yet?
No. I don't think I can hunt swan in Mass.
They were talking about it here, but I don't think they opened it yet.
That's a big bastard, man.
Oh, they said it's like shooting a 747.
It is a big, big bastard. you're out there holding a thing like this.
Yeah. They're also thinking about opening up Sandhill Crane too here. They do them out west because they have now got to the point where they need a little control.
Survey required.
a lot of those. Every time I go on the river, I see them cranes.
Yeah, them things are huge. Holy
Yeah.
shit. First time I realized that, I seen a couple of them out in the field, and it just so happens there was little pine trees all the way to me and the birds. And boy, I just started sneaking. I got to within probably 20 feet, and I stepped out behind that tree. I'm like, holy shit, that thing's taller than I was. This is freaking pterodactyl, man.
Pterodactyl.
Yeah, Gun Girl, the swan will give you an ass kick.
They have one of the biggest, largest migrations in America right over here by me. And I've missed it the 3 times, the 3 years I've been here on YouTube. I've missed it every time. The first time I didn't have it figured out yet how to get a video on YouTube. Second year it was flooded. It was raining like mad. This year I forgot. I think the last year I was like in pain from that god awful shot in my back with stupid medical problems. But man, I'm dying. The whole reason I got on YouTube is to show that stupid mass migration of those sandhill cranes.
Wow, cool.
I'll tell you what.
big
You
bunches
see,
here.
you see some groups of these snow geese.
Oh,
Are, I mean, it's like Africa when you see one of those shots of Africa where like 5 million birds just take off all at once. You can literally see that with these snow geese. There is like so damn many.
they are begging people to shoot them things.
Oh yeah,
But they
Yeah.
call them flying liver.
yeah. They're not. A lot. I won't say anything mean, but there's a lot of people that aren't the nicest and hunt them. You gotta. I don't think you should be hunting if you're not going to take the. You're
Right.
not going to take the kill. Don't. There's a lot of people that'll hunt them and bury them. They don't care. They just want to shoot them.
I like to go up by the Arctic Circle and hunt ptarmigan.
Ooh, ptarmigan would be amazing, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Swamp Donkey said he seen a crazy bastard showing off a swan. He thought it was a snow goose. Wow.
Migratory game birds may be hunted with shotguns. Not larger than 10 gauge.
When I had my little farm and I had my own geese, I thought was a goose walking down the side of the road. I was gonna get it in the car with me and take it home because my Sammy always went with me to the store, so I figured I'd get the goose in the car. And I pulled over, and this thing was a dang swan. I mean, I was like, "Yeah, you ain't getting in the car with me, are you?"
Can you see Shalisa with a swan in the car going, "Stop it! Knock it the hell off! I swear to God, I'll pull over. I will."
People,
Ripping her ears off and stuff.
That would be
Sammy would ride with me to the liquor
Holy shit.
I would leave her in the car with the window down, sorry. And she would goose at people who were in the parking lot when I went in. To the store.
CC LePew, how are you, man? Been a minute.
Your chat is being invaded by a buckskin thong clad Canadian. That's why.
What he's always sporting.
And Sammy used to honk at me.
So apparently, Stevie, it's Canadian goose season here right now.
I'll tell you what, boy. If you wanna get a couple of geese and you want to bring me one, I will not be upset.
Nope. Sorry, can't do that.
I would not consider that a bad thing.
Right on, Swamp Donkey, but good for dinner. Good for survival.
Do you know that I would have to go online, find a Mossberg 500 to see how to put my plunger back in?
It's easy. You just unscrew the cap, drop it in, and screw the cap back on. Done.
Is it really? No.
Yes.
Yeah, yes, it is.
That easy.
That's it?
Yep.
I got one.
What has he got? A Mossberg 500 Alpha?
Huh?
What do you have? A Mossberg 500? You said?
Yeah.
I've got one sitting right here. You want to watch?
Last time I heard that, I had to go off.
Boy, am I glad you didn't say that when I was at your house. I would have been like, so here's my plunger right here.
Okay.
Unscrew the cap, drop it in, put it back on, go home.
Yep.
Hey, while you got that cap on, or cap off, change it for one where you can hook a strap to it. Be awesome.
There you go.
I got to figure out, you know what I got to do too? I got to figure out how not to get caught.
Then don't even try with waterfowl. I'm telling you. It is not only a state offense, it is a federal offense.
No. I mean, because technically I'm not supposed to have a shotgun.
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
The first thing you want to do is not talk about it here. Number one.
Rule number one.
Don't spread
Then
What?
keep it private.
I don't have it here.
Now, if you were to accidentally catch one with a piece of corn on a hook with the end of your fishing pole, it could be a different kind of story.
I'm not sure how it happened, officer, but I was fishing
And it'd be a shame to waste it since it's already dead.
in a field. I was in the field casting, test casting, getting
So-
ready for spring. And
Actually, I can go to New Hampshire. Do it legally.
you know what the funny part is people have actually caught waterfowl fishing.
Oh,
sister
dude,
did.
I got to.
Father
I
and
told you what happened, didn't I? When I saw you,
Yeah.
I was fishing with my ex-girlfriend's. It was her, me, her brother, and her sister-in-law. The four of us went up to Wingasheek Beach. Was it Wingasheek? Up in Gloucester, Mass. And him and I had hip waders on. We're out, we're just out waist deep, And he goes, "You got to go." And I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "Yep." I went, "Okay." So I started reeling in the fucking gull. You see the fucking wings going.
It happens.
And then all of a sudden I hear a voice. Cut the line. And I'm turning around and says, "Dude, I ain't cutting this fucking line. That's my tackle on the end of this fucking line." I said, "I don't know who the fuck you think you are, but I ain't cutting this fucking line." And her brother looked at me and goes, "Mike, cut the fucking line." And
Hey,
I'm
you
like,
digger, what's up?
Uber.
"Hey, Yupa, what's up?"
Uper.
And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Turn around." I turn around. It's a fucking game warden.
Hello.
You
My
wanna-
brother-in-law had a funny story about the game warden.
I didn't think they were fucking protected. So I did. I had to reel it in. My brother-in-law grabbed my girlfriend's brother grabbed the seagull by the wings, so he couldn't flutter around, and I cut the fucking line right at the hook. Cocksucker.
I caught a pelican.
Whoa.
Nice.
Yeah, I've heard of that. I've heard of that quite
What
a
a
bit.
nightmare.
When I lived in South Florida back in the 80s, we used to go fishing in the intercoastal off one of the piers, and you'd fish with whole sardines, and you got to whip that bitch out there, but you don't want to throw it too high in the air because they'll dive bomb and they'll dive right in the water. You got to use a lot of weight to get it go down quick.
Yep.
And I caught that damn thing.
My son was trying on purpose. With
You got to watch when you cast because they'll be on the land behind you waiting for you to fling your rod back and they'll grab it. Well, it ended up taking like 5 of us to get the hook out of the bird's mouth. And what was going on a lot back then, which was pretty freaking sad, was fucking fishermen were catching these pelicans and cutting their beaks off,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
and they'd starve to death.
Yeah, they get mad. Florida had some weird stuff. I mean, I remember I went out fishing. I was on if you were in Southwest Florida, I was in Naples. So I was out on Okeechobee once fishing as a noob.
Down.
Not
It's
quite.
only like 4 feet deep.
It was almost like this. You go fishing, you get a fish, you bring it in. As it comes to the boat, you reach out to get it, and then you no longer have an arm.
Right.
It was that close. I literally, because what's happening is as you're bringing it back, it's calling every alligator there is, saying there's an injured fish. I literally got it up to the edge of the boat, went to reach in. The guy put his hand on my arm, went, "Don't even touch it," and then bam, it got hit.
John, I lived in West Palm Beach when I was down
Just
there.
reaching in.
So we always took Alligator Alley right to Lake Okeechobee, damn near every weekend for years.
Yep.
My brother's brother had a guide service bass fishing, and my brother had a boat. That's where I caught my 11-pound largemouth and had it mounted. And you throw your like you say, you don't reach over and grab shit out of the water. When you throw your line up on the shore and you got a nice lure on it, you cut your line and say, bye, nice lure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike, a lot of guys will walk around Lake Okeechobee with the rope hooked to their waist, towing their boat while they walk fish. Unless you get out in the dynamite holes of the rim canal. No, that's deep. Real deep.
Yeah, I learned very quickly. Do not stick your freaking hand.
No. Nope.
Not a wise move.
We had them in our backyard. My brother had a couple dead baby ones in the bush next to his porch. And every now and then you'd hear where the DNR were being called because somebody had a gator in their backyard or in a swimming pool.
Oh yeah, and don't ever do that in the woods down there either.
No.
Big Mama come find your ass.
Yep.
That's why they make crossbows.
Well, now they got
Good luck
infestation.
with that.
Infestation
Could eat you there.
boat constrictors and shit. Now down there is the big problem.
Yeah, it's insane. I remember when I was down there, the weirdest thing that had ever happened to me, and it made you feel like such a little sissy, but you weren't ready for it. I mean, imagine you're walking out to throw your trash in the dumpster, and as soon as you did, it's like that thing in Jurassic Park that ate the guy with the big thing that flashes out on the side and goes.
Yeah.
I literally had that happen. Now imagine that happens to you as you're putting the trash bag in the dumpster. I literally opened up to throw it in, and I don't know what the hell that thing was. There was like this lizard thing going, and I was like, oh God. I was like a little chick go running off. I'm like, what the hell was that? I mean, people out in Florida, what they were doing back in the 80s and stuff was it was real cool to have all these crazy pets. But when the boa constrictor gets to be like, 5 feet long and you got a kid and a couple of close calls, they begin to just let them go.
Yeah.
And before you know it, oh, wow, it's a bad scene down there now. I mean, really bad.
Yeah, they got a show on the History Channel now that you're discovering these guys. They do it for a living. They hunt the snakes and they get like $150 a snake, man. They get them alive.
The worst one was the girl who went out there, and she was a little lady, and she was counting snakes. She's part of the, I don't know if they call it DNR or whatever they call it down there. She was sitting there, and all of a sudden she heard a noise behind her, and she said she watched it raise right up out of the water, a reticulated python. That's the one that can actually eat a small person.
Yep.
The huge ones.
The ones with the jaws just unhinge and go wide open all the way. They're huge things. She said she just watched it come right up out of the water. It was like, oh, crap. I can't imagine having a 20-foot snake just pop out of the water.
No.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
With the anacondas.
Oh, yeah, but they're all down there. They've got them, and they're people that lived in Florida let them go. And the problem was there's no predator. And if there's no predator, they're not opposed.
Yeah,
No,
I remember Bird Dog. Bird Dog was telling us that a few years back.
Small
We're having
alligators.
a lot of trouble with the iguanas now too.
That's what it ended up being, was some weird freaky iguanas. What I saw apparently when I threw that. But those things are like crazy. They're huge.
Yeah. Hey, they taste like chicken.
Yeah, I'll bet. But I'll tell you what, when early in the morning, when you're half asleep and you're walking out there, haven't had your coffee yet, lift up the lid, go to throw it in, and all of a sudden, you're like, oh, fuck.
I had the exact same experience on my way to work in the morning with a big mama raccoon coming out of my trash and grabbing my arm.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I did not do that anymore in the morning.
The only bad one I've ever had was I heard a noise out on the porch. This was here. And I couldn't figure out what the hell that was. And then I heard her scream. And she's screaming. There's 2 black bears sitting on the porch, like beside the window, sliding glass window. I'm like, don't freaking scream. Just close the curtain and step away. Don't let them fucking.
Right on our Mitten Access trash pandas. Well, that mother raccoon actually taught her kids how to hang upside down from the lilac bush, open the can, and drop in.
Oh, yeah, they're swift. They are swift.
Oh, yeah.
I think I did a little bit, Guns Girl, but I'm not saying that out loud.
Hey. Yeah, it can happen. There's just nothing like being surprised like that.
No.
The Discovery Channel has a show about anaconda hunting in Florida called
Yeah.
Guardian of the Glades.
Guardian
Yeah.
of the Glades, yep.
I didn't know the name of it. I know it was. I watched it the other night.
When you see them, there's a girl on there. She's a regular little badass.
And sometimes when they eat something that's too big, they wind up exploding themselves.
Yep.
But they were showing. I mean, they're just jumping on these things, diving on them. And sometimes they have to have 2 or 3. Imagine a snake where you need 2 or 3 people to control it.
Yeah.
My cousin used to have a python, and they said the thing will never be over I think it was only like 2 feet long or 3 feet long or something. Was it a ball python?
Yeah, those are popular.
Yeah, but it wasn't going to get any bigger. Well, longer. Anyway,
That's what
I
she.
go over and I say to him, his grandfather, which would be my grandfather's brother-in-law, so it's like my great uncle, whatever. He says to him, he says, did you feed that snake yet? And he said, no. He said, I got to feed it tomorrow. He says, it's not up to I feed him every 28 days. And he goes, well, you should feed him today. I'm like, yeah, we should feed him today. Let's go to the fucking, what do you call it, store? We're down to the pet store. I says, how many mice do you feed it? He goes, like 3. I'm like, oh, this is like fucking Discovery Channel live. And he puts he does them one at a time. Puts the fucking thing in there.
Yep.
The fucking mouse knows it's coming.
I had a guy that did body work in the body shop I ran in South Florida, and he had a big one he had a whole wall in his house that was just nothing but glass, and it went back there, and it was like, it was a good 10 foot long at least. And he'd feed it like once a month or so, and he'd go to the pet store, and you got to keep the food in a bag so the snake don't smell your scent
Yeah.
on the food. But he'd feed him a rabbit, just throw it in there, a whole rabbit, and he'd swallow it whole, kill it, swallow it.
What's messed up is they have a strange configuration of teeth. And when they go to hit, their teeth aren't straight down. They're
Let go.
They're pulled back.
Yep.
So when they hit, if you get hit by them, you can't just get your arm out.
Can't let go because they're pulling and it's retracting and pulling out at the same time.
It's
Yep.
like
Their bottoms
going in
retract.
like this.
Right. Their bottoms retract and then their fronts can come out like this. So it goes like this.
Right, and the way it's set up on their mouth is so they can walk the prey
Right.
back.
Right.
Yep.
So imagine you're trying to pull your arm out of teeth that only go.
Yep.
like this.
That's why you carry a knife with you.
That's so messed up.
Yep.
Yep. But yeah, it was cool watching it. My cousin's like, you're a sick fuck. Usually I just fucking put the mice in and I leave. I was I gotta watch this.
Well,
And the most cool was
interesting
coming.
to know. It's interesting to know how it happened.
And the snake was hungry because he went right over to it, and he just looked at it. And the mouse is like, oh, yeah, this isn't good. And all of a sudden, the snake just went,
Bam.
It's kind of weird, though, the way feeder animals like rabbits, rats, mice are built. When a predator starts attacking them, they go into shock and they really don't know what's going on. It's like a weasel can kill a big snowshoe hare just by it will jump up and nip it in the neck, and the rabbit will take off, and the weasel will follow it, jump out and nip it, and the rabbit will take off, and the weasel will follow it, and then the rabbit kind of goes into this weird death shock kind of thing, and then the weasel pretty much has it made after that.
Really interesting. I don't know if there's very few people who have done it. I did it many times. I did it with a guy named Higginbotham out in Kansas. We used to hunt. Now, we don't harm them, so don't everybody freak out on me. We don't harm them. It's a catch and release, but it's a very interesting thing is we would hunt kestrel, if you know what kestrels are. They're sparrowhawks.
Yep.
And what we do is we take, now if you know what hardware cloth is, envision taking hardware cloth and forming a box. All right. Now you're going to put a piece on this end and a piece on this end as well. Now they're all together and make a square box. On every single point where there's a joint, we tie a slip knot. Now the entire box gets covered in slip knot. And there's a weight inside of it and a small door so we can insert a rat in the box. and we set the box down, and there's a heavy weight tied off. What happens is the kestrels will come in and they'll grab it because they can't see the box or the nuts; they see the animal. And when they hit it, it cinches down all the slip knots on their hands, and you lay a cloth over it. But you're able to get a look at these things and the way they hunt, and they're amazing animals, unbelievable. We don't hurt them at all, but they're amazing animals to see how they actually hunt. These things are unbelievable. We've done some owls like that too, and some of those owls. Are you guys having age tests?
No, we're cracking silly kid jokes like that's what she said.
Oh.
He says Armor says he's a 50-year-old child. He's like me too. Keeps you sharp. I just can't help it.
55-year-old child here.
Hey, Gear, what's up?
55 for another 13 days.
Oh, you're older than I am. Awesome. I'm not the oldest person here.
I'm always the oldest.
God, I am so happy I'm the youngest one here.
I turned 56 in May.
Valentine's Day, I'll be 56.
I'm going to give Shalisa your address, Mike.
Why is that?
I believe you just slapped her in the head.
I didn't slap her in the head. I just shot a fucking shot across her bow, and she didn't even fucking bite.
I did.
She just leaned back in the chair and went, "Yeah, you relish it."
I was typing. I can't multitask. You guys,
It's not enough when she don't give a crap.
I
so you get away with whatever it was.
didn't say anything, actually. I didn't say nothing. Steve's just trying to be Steve, you know. I mean, he's just... Would I do something like that? Come on now.
Hey, don't spit on me.
Still sucking on that bag?
I'm sitting right next to you, you know.
Right.
He doesn't know.
Oh, the back is not working well today.
That blows.
I gotta find gilsonite powder.
All right, I give for what?
I'm gonna redo a plane, one of the old Stanley planes, and I want to. The black is actually called Japanning, and I want to do it right. And what I'm finding out is apparently it's a mixture of 3 parts turpentine, 1 part boiled linseed oil, and gilsonite powder. It's an asphalt powder. You got to figure out where the hell I'm going to find that.
I would go to an asphalt guy and ask.
Knowing you'll be out in the road digging up a chunk and then remanufacturing it and filtering it. And
I mean, I got the formula from an old book, but I'm trying to figure out what the hell is gilsonite.
John be saying, it's not what I want, or it's not what I need. It's what I want.
I want it for. Just got to figure out where the hell it has 2 names: gilsonite powder and asphaltum.
What's up, Gia?
And what was the second name?
Asphaltum.
Asphaltum. Go figure.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's the shiny stuff you see in it.
Well, you know, when you see a plane, one of the old Stanley planes, the black sheen that's on it.
Yeah.
That's called Japan blacking. That's what I want to learn how to do so I can restore a couple planes I have.
Cool.
I want to do
Yeah, it's almost like plastic paint.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's apparently asphalt of some type.
Well, that's why it's tough, I bet.
The formula is 1 pult gilsonite powder, 1 pult boiled linseed oil, and 3 parts turpentine, heated.
I got a few old wood planes, some big old 2-foot long wood planes.
Those are
Nice.
I got 2 of those. I got a shorter one about 1 foot long.
I got about 30 right now. Most of mine are the molding planes.
You got the old Stanleys where you can
Oh yeah.
change the blades and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Molding.
Oh yeah. I have a Stanley 40. I have a Stanley 45 with all the multi blades. I'm a tool junkie though.
I had a buddy of mine down south that had the plane with all the outriggers and stuff on it,
Yep.
and he had the whole factory box of all the blades to it.
It might be a 55 because there's the 45, which was the younger version, and then the one that really had all the parts and all the additives was the Stanley 55.
I was going to say 55, so I think that number popped into my head when I was talking. So I'm thinking is a 55.
I don't even know what mine are.
Yeah,
I think yours are before the numbers were invented. Do they have Stanley stamped on them though?
Well, Stanley did several levels. The very first ones, a lot of people think the wooden ones that say Stanley came out first. They didn't. The metal ones were first.
I mean, they're wide. They got to be almost the size of a 2x4, but they're thicker.
Oh yeah, but you can get some. You have planes, then you have jointers.
Yep.
Jointers are really long.
Yes.
All right, your jointer planers are really they're beefy little bastards.
Yeah, these are, like I said, these are all a 2.5 foot.
Yep. Yeah, that's actually a joiner. That's actually called a jointer when they're that joiner. Yeah.
Very important. Very important back in the day.
Well, and even today, I mean, I love collecting my molding planes because if I'm doing clockwork or something like that, you cannot, if you have a guy who has molding planes and a guy who uses all power equipment, you go, okay, we're going to make a small square piece and I want to make a platform. Go ahead and we'll do this, this, and this. The guy who has the molding planes will be done first because the other guy's got to set it all up, get the bits, get them in there, get everything measured, get all the heights. The other guy's done. You just pick it up. Molding planes still serve a very good purpose today. I love doing the old work like that.
I wish you wouldn't say that out loud because the price will go up.
Yeah, I know.
Saying,
Yeah, I know. Right now, the prices are out.
absolutely useless, so I can pick them up quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have what do you call it still? Cheap.
I got into spoke shaves, picking up spoke shaves.
Oh yeah.
Summers ago. I ended up with a pretty good wad of them. I was
Spoke shaves are beautiful. I love draw knife work. I love doing draw knife work.
Yep.
Spoke shaves. Now there's some of the old Stanley, some of the old like marking gauges and things like that are you can still get your hands on.
Yep.
There's some of the little planes, the violin planes and things. Those are really pretty nice.
Yeah.
You're never going to have a one though,
If they're not lost.
a lot of money. If you ever see one that's like
That's
about
big.
half the size of a phone, like
Yes.
Yeah.
and it has no lateral adjust, and it seems like it must be for a child to get your fingers around it. It's just too damn small. That's a Stanley one. No matter
Yep.
what condition it is, get it.
Yeah.
That's about $1,800. Those things are unbelievable. I've got to look at one and touch it, and that's it. One in my whole life I got to see.
What the hell? My shit disappeared. Got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at them when I go out next time.
You know, I'm gonna put my shop videos back up this summer. I lost them all when I lost the channel.
Yeah, I enjoyed the few that you had.
Yeah, I have an issue with fasteners. I have a serious issue with fasteners. I have probably got maybe 300 drawers. I have a whole fastener section downstairs, and I've got one in the metal shop. You didn't even look at the shops when you were here, Mike. You didn't even get a chance to show the shops.
He's too busy trying to make you make him coffee.
He didn't want me to make him coffee.
No, why did you say we couldn't go to the shop? There was a reason.
No, I said this. The studio upstairs where I'm at right now.
Oh.
We were still building Rhett's room right then.
That's what it
upstairs, yeah, upstairs was all wreck. I had because the studio had everything in here. We had Rhett's beds in here. Everything was in here. About 900 stuffed animals.
Oh, Jay, the The
Right on,
Woodwright
Jay
Shop,
Watts.
my show.
Yeah, I
that's
watched it a lot.
Jay Watts said as a teenager, I love watching the Woodwright Shop,
Oh yeah.
Yankee Workshop on PBS.
He's
Still
Roy,
on.
watching reruns.
Roy Underhill's still making
Roy,
shows today.
Who is
Yep.
his famous sister? She actually helped him get his show started. He has a famous sister, movie star famous.
I don't know.
It's my
I like Roy. I was just watching Roy Underhill.
Good night.
show.
thanks,
He's
guys.
a Holding Planer. All right, have a good one, Lisa.
Bye.
I've heard
Hey.
it several times and I keep forgetting. Hey, Chili Man, what's up? Sorry, Mike.
I have two, but I don't remember it.
Like Mary Tyler Moore or somebody famous as his sister. Juice Newton or oh God, I can't remember.
All right, hang on here. I'm gonna look and see because it'll drive me crazy. Let's see. Roy Underhill.
Sister.
In 2011, it won the award to be the longest running PBS show of all time.
Wow, cool.
Da-da-da-da-da.
You know, he actually, I caught a show with him on it. It was a totally different show, but they were restoring the old cabins out west, the old trappers' cabins and stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
In the background on the ladder, there's Roy Underhill with all his shit making the notches and stuff. I was like,
Oh, I think I saw that. I think I saw part of that. Okay, let's see. Roy Underhill, start of he has two daughters, Eleanor and Rachel. I don't. Where is this? There's got to be something about it.
yeah, she actually helped him get started somehow or another, either put the word in or helped him get his stuff produced or whatever.
He was given he got a degree as a Master of Forestry in 1977 when his daughter was born. He approached the UNC Center for Public Television and wanted a show about woodworking. They said no. Then later it was rejected, but then it was accepted in 1979. The first filming started the Woodwright Shop at West Point in the Eno-based Durham, North Carolina. He took up. They're just being very vague. I'll have to research it more. I like his simple. I like how simple he is. He's not trying to be anything more than he is.
Yeah. And what fascinates about me, him about me about him,
Yeah.
how sharp his effing tools are.
Yeah.
He's like shaving something with a big old 2-inch chisel and he's not putting no effort into it at all. His hand saws, he cuts through a 2x4 faster than you can pick up a skill saw.
And see, for me, one of the things that I always find amazing is like when he did the French guy's Bible stand, and it was a open cut joint, which means it's a board, and the board must be sawed directly in two halfway, directly in two from the bottom halfway, and it leaves an area here, and then it's hand chiseled out to create the opening joint. And then you make two passes with a saw and it pops open and flies open. When he did that one, it was the most amazing work I've seen because here's a guy who's standing there talking to a camera, right?
Yeah.
And all he's running is bench dogs or the bench vise. And he's talking to the camera. He hits it in the vise, puts it on. He's still talking like this to the camera. And he's going boom, boom. He's center.
Yeah.
He's center on the board. And I'm like, how many of us have sat there with that saw and gone like this ever so slow, all the concentration on the world, and cut right to the side of it? Just like,
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got a great ability with it. And I mean, I have these old saws like he has. And
A lot of that has to do with the filing of the saw being right on the money.
Yeah, and
when a saw goes off, one side is sharper than the other.
what I learned when I was younger was my father taught me about sharpening it, but then he said, and if you sharpen the saw and you put it away, you made a mistake. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, you forgot to set the saw. And I'm like, what is that supposed to? That's when I learned about, you get these little round nubs on a handle, and it has a little slit in it, and you wonder, what the hell is that for? That's called a saw set. You
Yep.
tap it on there, and you tap it back, and it sets the tooth out to the side, and then the one go ahead of it goes the other way.
Yep.
And the one ahead of it goes the other way. So you have to sit there and saw. So you have to set the saw. And that's what keeps it true when you're cutting. Yeah, there's a lot of that stuff. And it was just wonderful to watch his shows. You know, he's got probably the greatest joke of all time he has. He's like, back in the 70s, we shot the opening for the Woodwright shop. That's the one where you see him carrying his toolbox through town.
Yeah.
He's like, we got it in one take. He goes, and 35 years later, they're going, that's still good. They're still using that same opening. That's a good joke. I was like, wow, that's hilarious. Because you see him, he walks in, and when he throws off to the side, and he comes in the door, and now he's got gray hair.
Right.
He has brown hair a minute ago, and now he's got gray hair because of how long they've used that opening.
J Watt says he did a TED talk that you can see on YouTube. I got to go check that out.
Yeah, that'd be something.
Or do I want to? If he turns into a liberal nut, I am not going to like him anymore.
I will
ruin it.
I will be so upset if he ever
Yes,
says anything
I
liberal.
will ruin it.
Yes, it'll be terrible.
Or an airhead.
That's one of the few things. There's almost nothing left on PBS that's not liberal. It's almost the whole thing is. But I count on this old house not being liberal or even approaching politics, and my Woodwright shop not being. They've ruined every other show I've got. I can't watch anything else anymore.
Damn, Gear, you got to keep your butt, brother. How do you explain TED Talks? I don't know if it's like a corporate thing or it can be weird. It can be good.
Yes,
There's the link.
yes, it can be.
Thank you, Shalisa, also. Yeah, some of them I've seen are very interesting.
Yeah, I think I remember the first time I saw Woodwright shop. I was blown away. I was in love. He was on a spindle lathe, which you'll appreciate. Spindle lathe is wow. You want to work out. Oh my god!
His foot pump one.
Yeah,
Yep.
well, there were three types of spindle lathes. You had the rich man's, which was, think of the treadle mill sewing machine. Remember the old single tread?
Yeah.
You had that, and it powered a lathe, which was no big deal. Then you had the old multi-wrap, which you had a top piece, which is a bendable bow.
A bow, yeah.
Oh, and then that wraps down around whatever your project is, and then passes down to a pedal, and you have to sit there. You just have to sit there and hump on that thing, and it just.
He had a little kid on there once using one of those hand pump lathes,
Yep.
making some chair spindles.
Yep. And he's the first person I ever saw do, beside my dad, do draw knife work that I learned how to do draw knife work.
Yep.
He's pretty talented. He's talented. Very, very talented fellow. And what I like is he's not fake. If he doesn't freaking know or understand how it works, I'll tell you, I'm no expert, but this guy is, and then you get to watch one of the experts.
Check him out.
Yeah.
Right on.
But I love watching when they were doing caning, chair caning. Oh my
yeah.
God. Damn, that's some work.
Yeah. That's one of them. It's technically simple to do, but tedious. And if you fuck up once, you can see it.
Yeah, they apparently I guess it was called threshing first, where they didn't use caning, they used actual grass.
Yeah. And they would twist it.
And they would twist it. So you had to like basically almost make rope. Then when you're done, then start doing all the weaving. But the caning process came out, and that is like, wow, when you see some of the intricate guys that can do
Yeah.
all the patterning, you're like, damn.
All the pegs and
Yep.
oh, I wonder if you could use your reed grass for a project.
You never know.
Probably got a long enough stem. Just beat it a little bit and soften it up and twist a couple together.
Oh yeah, it gets when I go to harvest, It's over 6 foot tall. When
There
I
you
when I bring it down, and there's a funny one. You see me out there with a sigh out there working at it. People driving by, honking the horn, going, "What the hell is that guy doing?" I'm standing in 2 feet of water, and waiters just sitting there. Whoosh, whoosh. There's no other way for me to do it. You can't put a piece of machinery in. That's illegal.
Right.
No gas in there at all, so you have to cut it down by hand. And then you see this giant pile, me sitting on the ground, just pulling the leaves off, just pulling them off, filling up bags.
That'd be cool if you could get some to dry green, like they do with hay.
I do.
Oh,
Yeah,
they-
yep. That's just people are chicken of it. They don't understand it. The minute they see it green, they assume something's wrong with it. It's like, no, there's nothing wrong with it at all.
you just didn't sit out in the sun and dry up.
Well, yeah, but what I do is I take them when they're still moist. I don't remove them from the stalk though. I'll cut back pieces that are like maybe 6 inches long on stalk, and I cure them on the stalk.
Gotcha.
And they'll actually,
Eleanor Underhill, Steve.
What?
Eleanor Underhill,
What is she famous for?
country singer.
Ah,
okay.
Took me forever, but I found it.
cool. Thanks, man. Well, Guns Girl thought you were sleeping. I didn't want to disturb you.
I was digging.
But anyhow, the story I heard or looked up years ago that she helped cough up some of the money to get him going.
Well, now good God Almighty, he's got books out. I had his tool identifier for many years. I don't know what I did with it, but he's got a real good tool identifier.
I might need to have to get that.
Yeah.
I didn't know he had books out.
Yep, he had a tool identifier, and 'cause I remember I used it to find an ads. I wanted to get a good ad, something that you could actually work with, and it's really hard to identify those.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back to doing some tool restoration this summer.
Homeless guy with Wi-Fi says, by the way, or FYI, Corona is on sale everywhere right now.
If you like Mexicant beer. That's good. I like that.
Get out. I said yes. Don't back talk.
Are you talking to your cat?
Yep. She talks to me. I talk back at her. She don't want nothing to do with anybody unless she wants to bitch about something.
And that's what I got right there.
You want me to holler squirrel at? Oh, you got headphones.
She's just passed out on her damn hippo. Dog has her own freaking recliner upstairs and downstairs. Passed out on her damn hippo.
Sorry, I had to get a Halls. I need some mentholated.
Guns Girl has given you some advice.
Right on. I thought some pussies like to be mean,
That's what I was going to say.
treated mean. I heard.
I'll leave that one alone.
Whip me, spank me, cook me breakfast in the morning.
Holy moly, it's almost 1. Yeah.
Whenever you're ready, Mike, I know your back's hurting you. You getting that ouch rock.
Yep.
And I forgot that I had my fucking microphone was all fucking.
Oh, great.
No, I was just reading Homeless Guy with Wi-Fi. How you doing? How you been? He says the Corona's on sale everywhere, but I was thinking about doing a Facebook post today and writing something to the effect of, "Look at that! I quit drinking too soon. Corona's on. I never got a disease from Budweiser, just Coronas or something like that." But
Oh, there you go.
people would have a fucking heart attack. Right? Fucking.
Mikey spoke mean. Mikey spoke mean.
Guns Girl says, "Nope, I like to catch and release. Man, you can't stay the night." Yep, that's just like Dice Clay, right? What is Dice Clay's version of a one night stand? Get out.
There you go.
You know.
There's a guy who had an interesting career. What the hell are you focusing on me for?
He leaned on something.
I hit the wrong.
I'm like, what the hell?
Kind of quick though.
I hit the wrong fucking button.
Right when your nose was itching. That was awesome.
Yeah.
You were picking it.
I was armpit deep.
It sucks 'cause my microphone was off, and he was showing the dog and everything. I'm like, yeah, he's got a fucking chair upstairs and a chair downstairs. So I show up, and then he sits on me.
Yeah, I mean, people love that. They go, the dog has
Yo!
2 recliners. Yes, the dog has 2 fucking recliners. One upstairs, one downstairs.
It's funny how people I haven't seen in like forever, I'm seeing now. Like my guy, the Wi-Fi guy, and now here is Sick Man 99. How you been, Sick Man?
Mike, I didn't want to scream or nothing. I think your mic was off, but did you happen to catch CC LePew?
I did not see CC LePew. Is he in here?
I shouted him out. He was here a while ago, bro.
Hello, CC LePew, and I'm sorry. I don't know why my microphone was off.
You were looking at something.
Probably.
I was looking at what's his name's sister.
Oh, I see how you are.
I found it at the same time Johnny found it.
I won't be here next week, and I'll be camping. By the way, just
You
saying.
suck a dick,
Oh,
too.
you dog.
Go eat a bag.
Take advantage of the nice weather. Oh, there it is.
You can still make a video about camping, though, right?
Oh yeah.
No, don't make a video about fucking camping, especially fucking Indians in the fucking thing. You know, why would I want to see a video with fucking Adrian in it?
Actually, it's probably going to be Ron.
Well, either way, it don't matter. I just woke up in a cold, dark place covered in sawdust. I think it's Stevie's basement.
Nice.
Yeah.
Be right.
Hey, Dish, what? Hey, by the way, Dish, I sent you an invite. It's in the Facebook messages. But Dish, I'm with you. Not for nothing, but I was rooting for your Packers this year, kiddo. Eleanor, J. Watt, Eleanor. David Evans, how the hell are you doing?
Yeah, Eleanor Underhill.
KC. Yeah, KC. I'm actually going to root for Kansas City.
Yeah.
I got to go 49ers because I got a local kid that went to our local high school that is in the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah?
He got turned down by the Lions. He got turned down by Kansas, and he got turned down by somebody else, and now he's in the Super Bowl.
Look at that. He's in a big giant. You coming up?
His last name is Zettel.
Cool.
I'm gonna go with the 49ers just because I lived in Kansas City. When I lived there, they never won anything. They have stadiums right across the street from each other, so you can watch them lose at football, then go across and watch them lose at baseball.
What was Roy Underhill's sister again?
Eleanor.
Eleanor Underhill.
I just said it a little bit ago.
I know, but Jay Watt wasn't paying attention.
Well, that's Jay Watt for you. He never pays attention. You know? That's not on me. That's on Jay Watt. And you guys were making me so what do you call it earlier tonight when I first started the chat? I accidentally forgot to shout out our little friend in Virginia there, Uncle Kyle.
Is he in Virginia?
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I didn't even see him on here.
No, he's not.
Oh,
But he
I always
always
say hi to him though.
oh, he watches later on.
Yeah, he'll watch this. He'll watch this tomorrow.
He's a morning guy.
Okay.
He watches all my videos, everyone.
Nice.
I don't know if I'm going to watch the Super Bowl, Dave. I don't know. My team's not in it this year, and I'm not used to that, so I don't know what's going to happen.
It's fun to watch. It's a good excuse to have a bunch of snacks.
I like the commercial.
That's what I use it for. I'm
I
like,
do too. Apparently,
why do I have all these snacks here? Because it's the Super Bowl, and I get to get away with that today.
apparently they're doing a commercial about Massachusetts and the
What?
accent. It's a Hyundai commercial.
I know they're refusing to allow a whole bunch of commercials, but they're going to let Bloomberg have a commercial in the Super
Well,
Bowl.
of course.
Oh God.
Great.
Apparently, Bloomberg. They've canceled the other political commercials. But they're going to let Bloomberg do it because, hey.
Because he's got more money.
Piece of shit.
He is a piece of shit.
Hey, there's Dave. Dave Evans. How are you, son?
Let's just hope he doesn't buy the presidency, okay? Because if he does that, we are fucked. Just saying.
There's Mr. Stump.
Stumper, welcome back.
Stumper.
Up late, buddy.
I know. Why don't
Or
just
you
come
had
on?
a nap, one or the other.
Why don't you just come on if you want? You know. You know what I mean? Nine line apparel got booted. It's all fucking. The NFL, the commissioner, he's a dink. I'm quite sure Bloomberg gave the NFL some money somewhere along the line. That's the only reason why he's doing a fucking commercial.
Right.
So, but if you guys listen to for I don't know, there's two of them. There's Guns and Gadgets and there's the Daily Shooter, right? But Guns and Gadgets, right? This guy's just like, I don't know why he just doesn't like do this for a living, but he was saying that Bloomberg was in Chicago 2 weeks ago, and all of a sudden, he leaves. Oh, there's a bill in the House now to take away fucking what do you call it? To squash the thing for constitutional carry. It's amazing how much Bloomberg's an asshole.
Yeah, it's amazing how much power they give him because he's got money.
And
Well, he bought Virginia.
but I mean, he actually the part that I don't. This is the part that always amazes me. And I've said it before. I still don't get it. No one's been able to explain it to me. How can there be an entire group of people that hate rich people and call them the 1%?
Yeah.
And stand there and listen to the rich people standing in front of them going, down with the 1%. The 1%'s wrong. Like, Hillary, you are the 1%. Bloomberg, you are the free. Oprah Winfrey, you are. Everybody that's preaching 1%, standing up there screaming about 1%, is the 1%. I don't understand how that many people can be that freaking stupid.
Because they are that stupid.
Oh, I understand that they are. I
Oh.
just don't understand how. how are you born and you go, I can't see the big thing in front of me. Can't see it. It's like, oh my God, you got a guy who's the head of the 1% telling you the 1% is bad.
Guns go, what the fuck are you standing up?
Dedicated heating pate for the toilet.
Just go stand in the bathtub and let her rip.
Shit, right?
Yeah, you go stoke our stove up pretty soon.
So where you going camping?
Over by camp, the old camp turnaround over in Langston here, about 20 minutes from here, maybe.
Nice.
Are you going to do one of those roughing it camping jobs, or are you going to have all the fancy gear?
A little of both. A little of both. Now, there will be a wood stove involved. I'll tell you that much.
Well, hell, you
Well,
got
good.
need one.
Yeah. Okay, but the reason why I asked if you were standing is because you got someone on the seat. So that's why I'm asking. All right. It is 1:06 a.m. I can't see him getting a nomination either, sick man. It's just scary. The shit that comes out of his mouth is just.
And the shit he buys and the shit.
So
people-
let me tell you what happens here, right? If I had Bloomberg on one hand and Bernie Sanders on the other hand, I would have to take Bernie Sanders. Bloomberg is well. Listen,
Or you could vote for Trump.
no. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that
I am.
I didn't vote for Trump the first time.
Well, you need to vote for him for the second time.
Well, I also didn't vote for the douche either. So
Now that he's proved himself.
you know. But you know what? He's being a fucking douche lately too. Not for
Being a
nothing.
douche and running the country are two separate things.
Okay, but not for nothing. Did you see what,
The economy is gonna crash.
all of a sudden he wants to jump back on the fucking 2A shit. All of a sudden, where the fuck's he been? His battle cry in 2016 was, "Yep, they're not going to take your guns. They're not going to do this. They're not going to do that. Blah 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 blah." All that shit went out the fucking window.
That was not his battle cry.
That was one of them.
He said, "Fix the economy, build a wall."
Yep. His biggest failure that he's had is the wall.
That
Yeah.
ain't a failure. Go on Google Earth. You can follow that fucking thing and see all the new stuff.
No, I understand that.
All I'm saying is that he flip
progress. It should have been done.
flopped. Jay Watt, Mikey's feeling the burn. No. I'm just saying that it's like if I had Trump on one side and give me a Republican,
Trump.
right?
Trump Jr.,
And I had
Candace Owens,
Oh God.
2026.
let me see, George Bush, the old man. On the right, I'd go with Trump. You know what I'm saying? It's like we said this before. You're voting for the lesser of two evils.
Well, that's all you.
Been that way.
That's all you can vote for. There is no other choice.
Right, because they're all going to lie to us.
Right, and if they come up with a new party that's the Green Party or this party, that's just people who haven't had a taste of the money in Washington yet. But as soon as they get there, like they all do, they're going to become
Right on.
crooked.
Right on.
Dave Evans, he stood back on the Virginia deal so far. Remember, the people wanted the states to have more power where the federal government couldn't tell the states what to do. Now we're living with it.
Yeah.
Smaller government. That's what being a Republican's all about.
See, if Trump said something about Virginia right now,
But-
he has said stuff in his speeches, by the way. But if he said something about the people rise up or this, that, the other, then they will bust him for inciting a riot. Basically,
But that's why I think the Libertarian Party, right? Because they're more constitutionalists. So they don't have a problem with, you know what I mean? I mean, the Constitution should come first.
unfortunately,
Whether the state says nay or yay is irrelevant. Do you understand what I'm saying here? So that's I don't know.
that is awesome. But the problem is right now, that party is too freaking weak to do anything.
Yeah.
And as of this moment, see, I'm leaning that way too, but not right now. If you cast your vote in that direction, it's basically a Democratic vote.
That's right. That's
That's the
where
problem.
the problem comes in at.
Yep.
We need a stronger third party, but it's not.
If everybody keeps doing that, where they're like, no, throw it in that bucket over there. It's like, yeah, that bucket has two labels on it: trash
Right.
and the candidate. So you're not getting it. It's not going. When you are voting for something that's not going to happen, no matter what, you're tossing that vote away. I mean,
Stump.
I mean, and I understand there's a lot of people go by the whole, it's a principle. I'll vote for that guy, even though it's not going to happen. You're like, okay, well,
Well, I've done that a couple times, and then slowly I come to real. Well, they're not. We don't have a great independent candidate yet.
right. And
That candidate is going to have to be awesome.
Well,
to
we
get
did.
votes.
We did, but he went off the deep end.
The old guy.
No, Jesse.
Yeah, he got weird.
He went off the fucking deep end.
Well, the other guy too, the old rich millionaire.
and that just tells you that he wasn't a great
Perot.
candidate.
Yeah, Perot back in the day was great, and all of a sudden he went poof and disappeared
Yeah.
because the Democrats probably threatened to kill him and his family. So
I'm not going to take a penny. I'm not going
Do
to
you
take a
know
penny at all. I won't take
Do you
one
know that?
thing. I'm fine. I'm going for free.
Do you know he lives down in Mexico, right?
But I mean, yeah, until we have an amazing, like John F. Kennedy type, individual who is like an independent, you're not going to have, it's just not going to go. You need to have like the most amazing individual who can rally both other parties together and bring those people that are standing on the fence from both sides together and have them work. You're not going to have it. Right now, America's about who's going to get the money. So that's all it's about. I mean, Republican or Democrat, doesn't matter. They're liars. When you start to look at who paid in money to
Well, they're
help.
lawyers, so that
Yeah,
automatically.
but it's like, doesn't matter who it is, though. It's like, well, where'd they get all their money for the campaign? Look at the campaign money. And that's who the lobby people are. That's who's steering that candidate now. And if they've got drug money, you know what they're doing. They're going to be all about. I mean, look at, and this, you can tell it's crooked because look at what happened under Obama's regime. Do you realize they legally got us all to have to pay insurance companies money now? Everybody in America has to pay money to an insurance. It's a legal binding thing. It's like, how great do you think the insurance companies felt? They made it a law. They have to give us money. Everybody has to give us money. Yes.
and just think, it only cost them a phone to get that.
I mean, it's unbelievable. Obamacare is nothing but a law that says if you don't give the insurance companies money, we'll fine you.
And Trump took that fine away, by the way.
Right. But I mean, that's what Obamacare was. And you're like, has anybody benefited from it? Has anybody actually been able to go and do your hospital stuff when you can't afford to pay your deductible? No. So we still don't have any insurance for anybody. I mean, how many people are living with that right now?
Well, my work offered to pay my deductible if I chose the high deductibles that cost them less money.
Oh,
I just got a letter in the mail that they can't give me my money for my deductible that they promised, $1,500, because I haven't spent all my other deductible yet.
Right.
So they can't load my card.
Well, that's what my insurance from my old company used to be like that, right? So we had a $3,000 deductible.
Wow.
And as soon as I used $1,500, right? And believe me, I did a couple of times with 4 kids and all right.
Yeah, sure.
So as soon as I used $1,500, I got a percentage check from the insurance company. So one day it was a Saturday, and I get the mail, and I forget who the insurance company was, and there's a check in the mail for $200 something and change. So I'm really friendly with the girl in the office, and I call her up, and I go, hey, I don't mean to bother you on a Saturday. I just got a check in the mail from the insurance company. What the fuck's that all about? Can I cash it? She's like, yeah, go ahead. She says, all that means is that you went over your deductible, and now you get certain. She says it's not going to be this amount all the time. She goes, it's but that wasn't you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's just a lot of people.
I also paid $120 a fucking week for that.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that aren't.
Okay.
I mean, that have these huge payments, like $300 and $400 a week for a family, and then they got $5,000, $10,000. I mean, it's insanity.
Yeah, it is.
And you don't get a thing. And then when you do finally get that taken care of, if you actually can manage somehow to come up with $5 or $6 grand in a year, then they start messing with you because the end of the year is getting close, and they want to make sure you have to pay some money in.
All right, listen. Now it's 1:16.
Oof.
So, Steve, are you doing a chat tomorrow night?
Yes, I want to really bad. I'm in the mood.
All right, Stevie's in the mood.
Uh-oh.
The last time
I'm
Stevie was in the mood, the last time he was on, Stevie was in the mood. He pushed fucking Shalisa out in a fucking chair, all tied up on my chat. I'll digress on that one.
I thought the
Go
last time,
watch the video.
he was in the mood, he bought that cat.
Yeah,
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
you guys, thanks for coming in. It was cool. It was fun. Johnny, I'm only teasing you. Have fun camping, buddy.
I know, brother.
You know that.
Yeah.
And you know I'll watch it anyway, and I might comment, haha, Adrian's not there or something, just to fucking, just to fuck with him. But you guys, thanks for coming in. You guys out in the chat room, thanks for staying with us, and thanks for being here. And it was good to see all you guys. All right, Dave Evans, great to see you. CC, good to see you. Guy with Wi-Fi, good to see you. What, you never heard that name? He's been around for a while.
No, I was laughing at what I wrote in the chat room. I think I'm hilarious.
You're hilarious. All right, I can't. Gear, Jay Watt, you guys, all of his dish. Great to see you too, sweetheart. Obviously. But listen, we'll see you tomorrow, sick man. Good to see you. But we'll see you tomorrow on Stevie's chat, probably 9:30-ish, 10 o'clock-ish.
Right on.
For those who've never seen it, it's Eastern Standard Time, by the way. All right, so we're going to get out of here, and I'm going to say thanks again. Peace. Good night. See you tomorrow night.